a lot of big sports. With Neil Rogers on Sports Hole Radio, WQAM.
Hello?
I'm calling for Peter Brown.
Speaking.
Peter?
Yes.
I'm Clarence, expert radio program director for Sport Hole Radio in Miami, the only thing that matters.
Mm-hmm.
It's been brought to my attention that you're in the market for a new Sport Hole gig, and, it just so happens that we're working feverishly on blowing out our midday talent, so...
Why?
Well, he wants money, but he's just not obedient enough.
Yeah, but wait, what kind of money are we talking about?
Oh, we'll discuss that later. Hey, you're just gonna love it down here. The fun, the sun, the surf. It's paradise.
Give me a number to work with here. What exactly are you offering me?
Peter Brown, I want you for my sport hole, so I can put my hand in your underwear. You can kiss me when we go on a date. Then I can bite your arm and nibble on your ear. All sorts of sports, Panthers and the Dolphins. You'll pop your shorts with our coverage of ping pong. Can't get over how I'm earning well over six figures. Having never known about radio before. I have a stable now of Sport Hole sycophant whores. Not a problem since the management here is sharp as a matzo ball.
Absolutely.
Peter Brown, I want you for my Sport Hole. Peter Brown, I want you for my Sport Hole.
10:02 at 560. Sounds like a hang-up to me. Oh, we don't want to get hung up on. QAM. Well, there's one right there. See, now we're even. So what's the story? Did you find an engineer?
I told Stephen he's checking on it.
He's checking it out because it's got a red light. It says it was green all before. This is just like yesterday when we had that technical glitch that lasted for 2 hours. Remember that? And it kind of like straightened itself out?
We shall see.
Was there any like follow-up on that? Like, oh, well, it was the Freepus and the Boopus and AT&T or something like that? Or
no, of course not.
No, don't say that. Don't be negative. What the hell's wrong with you? It's almost the new year. We got the great new lineup being unveiled on Wednesday, I guess, January 2th. And on Tuesday, we're all off. Now, did you get that nailed down or not?
As far as I know, nothing's changed. We're all still off.
Well, I know that. George. Now, what about George? George is on vacation all this week. Then he's going to come back on Monday and work one day and get another day off?
Of course.
What a scam. Nice going, George. Anyway, there's no poll from yesterday. You know what I'm going to do? See, we're all off kilter because we had that Christmas Day. And then we had Curtis and the Beast on there. That's enough to throw anybody off kilter, especially the Beast part. But anyway, so... when we get to 1,000 votes on this, which will be in just a few minutes, then I'll put the one on for tomorrow because Eric's already ahead of us.
Okay.
Nice going there, Eric.
Thank you,
like
Eric.
The other one.
And apparently, according to Steph, it's down. It's on the internet side. We are on it.
We're on it. It's on the internet side? Well, the phone, I don't understand. How come the phone is all lit up? QAM.
Neil.
Yes.
Hey, did you hear that news about Benazir?
Yeah, she's dead.
Yeah, that's which is Fred Musharraf fielder, I bet.
Who?
Musharraf.
I shot Musharraf? Yeah, okay. All you people that are big Benazir Bhutto fans. Yeah, she's dead. They had a suicide bomber, and then she got shot in the neck, and she's dead. I'm going to get into that. Just relax, okay? I don't know what everybody's all whipped up about, Benazir Bhutto. If you went to the shopping malls right now, besides all the people taking the crap back, and you asked 100 people, what do you think of Benazir Bhutto getting shot? They'd look at you and go like, huh? What? Who?
What flavor is that?
God. After I die, I expect a blank. That's the poll from yesterday. 985 vote. Well, we'll get to 1,000 real fast. And they keep showing all this file footage of her when she was alive, which is before this morning. I honestly have no clue after I die. 378. Well, guess what? It's going to be real peaceful. Become nothing more than worm food, 264. And Charlie B sent me a whole song to dance about Ben Franklin said this, and, Charlie, you're such a pseudo-intellectual schmuck. Just stop already, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. 264 say they're going to become worm food. Have a good rest, 154. That's what I voted. Have a good rest. Look on the bright side of death, man. Have a nice, peaceful rest. No stress, no IRS, no pain-in-the-ass boss, just a nice rest. No bills to pay, no nagging mother, no nagging wife, no nagging bitch. Live on in an afterlife. Albert 19, silly people. Must be a joke. Be reincarnated at 45 and become a ghost. 25 out of 985. Yeah, what the hell was that gigantic flurry of caller? WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just want to wish you a happy Passover and kiss my ass.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, how about a happy bend over? Anyway, Pakistan former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto has died after a suicide attack. GOTV quoted her husband saying the politician died following a bullet wound in the neck. The suicide attack left at least 14 dead and 40 injured. I think now they're saying 20 dead. But, you know, who's counting when you're talking about Pakistanis?
Uh-huh.
I told you that's where we should have done it. Pakistan, baby, in Saudi Arabia. That's where the attack should have been, not this Iraq attack. The attacker is said to have detonated a bomb as he tried to enter the rally where thousands of people gathered to hear Bhutto speak. Bhutto was said to have been leaving the rally when the attack occurred, was taken to hospital in an unconscious state. That's where most of you are right now in Florida, an unconscious state. Earlier, a spokesman for Bhutto told CNN she was safe and taken away from the scene. Well, guess what? Surprise, she's dead. Earlier, 4 supporters of former Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif died when members of another political party opened fire on them at a rally. See, this is the way they do it in Pakistan and some of those 85th world countries. They don't just get on TV and call names and make a lot of cheap shots like we do here in America. What they do is they blow each other away, which is a good way to get rid of the opposition, I guess. Well, she's dead. Bhutto is assassinated, and she's been making a lot of appearances with Wolf Blitzkrieg. I do see a connection, don't you? So now it's on the internet side. I don't know what that means because it's still not up there. It's still
something with the internet. And then Eric's telling me something even more that you will be like, what the hell is he talking about? So it's something with the internet, and hopefully it'll be done soon.
But you don't have to get surly about it now.
No, because I'm reading it, and I'm kind of like, okay. So I know you'll just be like, what the hell did he just say? So.
Well, why don't you give it a try? I mean, you're assuming that I'm
okay. Well, here it goes.
That I'm technically.
No, I know you're not.
I'm not.
I know you're technically adept.
Yeah, go ahead.
It says there are several streaming servers, and which one you get depends on what part of the country you're in. Our server in Texas can get the stream fine, but the one in California can't. What that has to do with us, I don't know, but that's why we're not streaming according to Eric.
I see.
But Steph is saying that it's something different, so I don't know. But both of them agree it's something with the internet, so
it's something with the internet. So let's get Al Gore on it right away. Call up old Al, okay? How come Al didn't run, man? That's what a shame.
He's got movies to make.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, he's big time movie star.
We need somebody to save the planet and invent another great invention like the internets. We need Al Gore, even though he's boring as hell. He already won one election. Why not give him another shot? Well, I guess now after what happened today, don't say another shot. That's bad. Bad word.
Yeah.
Bad choice of words. Sorry. Well, there's Barbara Starr, who George always calls her Hank.
Situation really cause a good deal of concern. When there is instability in Pakistan, there is a security vacuum, there is concern. Al-Qaeda sympathizers fill that vacuum and see Pakistan as an area that they can use to...
Well, thank God they don't have any nukes. Oh, that's right, they do. Them and the Indians, man. Uh-oh. Maybe they'll all kill each other. Although those people from India, man, they're rather harmless, and some of them look pretty good. 996 votes on the poll, so after the break we'll have our 1,000, okay? And then we can switch over to the new one.
Okay, sounds good.
WQAM, hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Okay, sir.
I'm in Virginia, coming in loud and clear on the internet.
Really?
Perfect.
Well, this thing must be a stunt thing, just to drive me nuts.
I don't know what they're telling you, but I'm here in Virginia, in southwest Virginia, near Tennessee, where all the mugwumps are, and it's perfect.
All right. Thanks for the good news, Pally. Have a great New Year.
Have a good life.
All right. Bye-bye. See, how do you like that? You guys give me a phony baloney, man.
Well, maybe because he's not on the California server.
On the California server. Oh, I don't know. I don't want to go through all that technical horse manure. So at least somebody, we got one guy listening there on the internets, and wouldn't surprise me if we have some others. Maybe some people will fax. Maybe my close personal friend Brandon will send me a message on MySpace and say, oh, guess what? It's coming in loud and queer. Or not.
He'd know about that.
He would know about what?
Queer.
You are. You want to start up with him now too? He'll
I'll let him fight with
Josh Cordes, man. He'll trash your fat ass, mister.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Oh, God.
I'm dying over here.
Dead, dead, dead. Someday you'll be dead. Dead, dead, dead.
All right.
Someday we'll all be dead.
Oh!
The minute we're born, we start dying. We die a little more every day.
We're back up, by the way. Nice going, Steph. Eric, somebody somewhere.
So look long at our Christmas tree, it may be the last one that you see. Decorate your house in green and red, 'cause someday you'll be dead.
Oh!
Dead, dead, dead. Someday you'll be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Someday we'll all be dead. It might happen in a couple months or 50 years from now. But no matter when it happens, it will seem too soon to you. So be sure on Christmas Eve when you snuggle into bed that you thank God for your family, 'cause someday they'll be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Someday they'll be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Someday we'll all be dead. Who knows how many Christmases are left in their short life? Nobody knows, that's my point. Enjoy them while you can. And so on Christmas morning, let good tidings fill your head. What a festive season. Someday you'll be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Someday we'll be dead. Dead, dead, dead. Everyone you know dead.
You fairy.
A very Merry Christmas to you. Dead, dead,
Happy Hanukkah and...
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Oh, did I mention that yesterday was like crazy here because it was Boxing Day? Oh, my God, just unbelievable.
What'd you get in the box?
All these... What?
What did you get in the box?
I got my $1,000 in a box from Woodbine and ran
All
back
right.
home. I was there 10 minutes. I had $1,000 on a $5 Wheel of Fortune, and I ran. That place was jam-packed. You'd have thought they were handing out bags of money because it was a holiday, you know, Boxing Day.
What'd you get in your mezuzah?
Now, did you go out? Did somebody bring you a mezuzah yet or not? Did
No.
Zach bring you one?
No, Zach didn't bring one. No love.
Come on, Zach, bring a mezuzah for, and Brandon gave you a good shot here. Nice going, Brandon. He says, you're coming in loud and clear, and Chris is coming in big and fat. Who the hell does he think he is? Don't get me started on his fat ass now. Oh, I think you've picked a formidable opponent. We're back up streaming, by the way. We're loud and queer.
Love you too, Brandon.
He hates you like poison, man. Not as much as he hates Josh Cordes.
Well, that's good.
Oh, that may, I don't know, that may go away because I think he's got the hots for Josh's Russian girlfriend, which everybody does, including George. But that was his
Russian
former
ex-girlfriend.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Fatso.
What'd you say?
What grade will you give the year 2000? Oh, wait a minute. I better read the final result. We got to our 1,000 votes. What a surprise, huh? We needed about five or six. After I die, I expect to. I honestly have no clue. 384. What is that? That's such a cop-out. Become nothing more than worm food. 268. I have no clue. Have a good rest. 156. Live on in an afterlife. 122. Both of my dogs are dead. I don't think they're making a comeback. Hey, Tiny, come on, you piece of crap. I'll be reincarnated 45 or become a ghost 25 out of 1,000 votes. See, that's the one thing about getting dogs. Now, if you're real old, it's not so bad. If you're ancient, I mean even older than me, real old, then it's not so bad because then you're probably going to the dog will outlive you. But in most cases, if you're like younger, your doggy's going to die or be put to sleep or something like that. It's going to be so sad, you know?
We can just
I
get
love
stuffed.
dogs. What?
Just get stuffed.
Yeah, stuff this, fatso.
No, thank you.
26 votes on this poll. What grade would you give the year 2007? That's a pretty good one. I like that poll. And that was from somebody. I don't know, one of our other poll people, anonymous. C. I give it a C. It was okay, just fine. 8. C. See this? E. Thank God. Now it says thank...
Oh, God!
It's almost over. 6. B. Better than average, but not great. 6. D. It pretty much blew, but wasn't the worst ever. 5. A. One of the best yet, if not the best. 1. And F. The worst of my life. None. Well, that's great. Nobody out there says that 2007 was the worst year of their life.
So what did you vote for?
I voted for B.
That's what I voted for.
Better than average, but not great. Now, I don't know if I would say that at all. Well, first of all, these choices suck, whoever set this poll. You know, it's a good poll.
Didn't you just love this poll a minute ago?
The choices are worded very poorly, okay? They're worded poorly. How about, is there a choice that says the best ever? I mean, A is one of the best, if not the best. I mean, that's kind of like comme ci, comme ça. You know, it's like wimpy. Like this idiot here. Hello? I don't like the choices. But anyway, it's fine. It'll do. Yeah, I voted for better than average, but not great. I made a couple of great new friends during this last year, which is nice.
Well, that's good.
And made a lot of money. And been having a really good run at Woodbine. I mean, what more is there, huh? And you voted for what?
I voted for B.
Better than average, but not great. Well, you're making all the big money, big bucks. You're a superstar in a very important, it used to be an important show.
Well, if I was making the big bucks, it would have been A.
Well, there you go. So I guess I better change mine. A. One of the best. Yeah, I might vote A. Let me change my vote. Not 36 votes on there already. Our goal is to get to a bunch of votes. And a bunch of really good calls today, too. It's still the holidays, man. Well, once we get to next Wednesday, after the first full day of the new year, then we'll get serious.
Well, it's still the holidays in this place.
Well, a lot of people not there. Well, more power to them, okay? More time off for everybody. That's what I say. I'm all for the hard-working bastards. What about management? Are they there?
Joe Bell.
WQAM, hello.
I've got gas. Oh, yes, I've got gas.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, it's my birthday today. You think you could play Chesterfield? Spigot and Freeway?
You fairy.
WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes.
we ran out of Crisco. Jumbo!
Yeah, oh yeah, believe me, those two need the family-size jug. No question about that. How come he sounded like almost human there, a little lower register than usual? Isn't that interesting?
Maybe they're just getting started, so.
Yeah, they're just getting lathered up.
Rectum.
Trust me. WQAM, hello.
Happy Kwanzaa, Neil.
Back to you.
I shoved a mistletoe up my rectum the other day.
And Merry New Year to you, too, by the way, Schmuck. Merry New Year. Yeah, Schmerl. Schmendrick. That was Chaim Schmendrick, by the way, for those who didn't recognize his voice. Okay, let's see what we got here. I got a huge pile. Yesterday I made the mistake of taking a lot of calls, like this one, for example.
I'm alive.
I'm alive, yeah. What a bad piece of news that is. Benazir Bhutto's dead and he's alive, you see. Although I don't know that much about her. I know she was the leader of the opposition there. She was against our good friend Musharraf, the dictator, who took off his military uniform to pacify everybody so they didn't kill his ass. But they're working on it. Maybe the Pakis will all kill each other. That would be a step in the right direction.
And then what do we do?
And then we have a party. Democratic presidential hopeful Hillary Clinton may have shot herself in the foot trying to get Iowa voters to pledge support to her. She is encouraging them to caucus on January 14, but the problem with that is it's 11 days too late. The caucus is just coming up soon, next Wednesday.
What'd you say?
At a rally featuring her husband, former President Bill Clinton, Saturday, campaign workers asked supporters to sign and mail cards that said, "Yes, I'm an Iowan for Hillary," and with their contact information as well as other supportive friends. One small problem, in the upper right-hand corner of the card it says, "I, blank, pledged to support Hillary Clinton in my precinct caucus on January 14, 2008. Unfortunately, problematically for Swillery, that's 11 days too late, because the Iowa caucuses are January 3rd, and organization is key to getting voters to go to the events and support their preferred candidate. The Politico.com, an internet site that specializes in politics and first reported the mistake, said Bill Clinton's second event on Saturday had the wrong date crossed out and replaced with the right date. They crossed it out with like a crayon and wrote in the right date. That's Swillery, man. She's really got her crap together. I'm afraid she's going to get it.
That would suck.
Huh?
That would suck.
That would really suck because that would give the Republicans, because she's the most polarizing of all of the Democratic candidates. I mean, you know, people either love her or they hate her like poison. And quite frankly, I don't love her. I mean, it's just one of those things. The only thing she's got going, yeah, she's a senator from New York, big deal, but she's Bubba's wife, and everybody knows that's a marriage of convenience anyway. I wonder when the last time was that she even saw it, you know what I mean?
What would that be?
I think a long time ago is when the date would be, and I'm not going to get too graphic. Now, no dropouts, that's good. The green light is on. Everything is kosher, baby. We're moving right on ahead. And for all these wimpy, whiny people, let me just tell you right now, I want to go on record. Hank, by the way, has only got 3 shows left, I believe. Now, let me see. We don't have next week's schedule yet, right?
Not yet.
No, is he working on Monday?
I would assume he is.
No, I'm not asking for you to assume. Of course, you don't have the schedule, so how the hell can you tell me? But it would be nice to know.
I'll try to find out on the next break.
Maybe Allison knows.
Or I can ask him today also.
Ask the Humper?
Yeah, I'm working with him today.
Yeah, but he's not going to be in until much later, and that's not going to help me. I'm going to be at Woodbine.
Okay, I'll ask Allison.
Giving back the grand I won yesterday. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Neil. There's that old saying, when you're hot, and when you're not, you're not. I don't know what it is. The place was jam-packed. I went into the high-stakes room there, the $5 machines. That was pretty empty.
Big money.
With all the schleppers when they were playing the dime and 2-cent machines, you know, like the quarter slot guy. Those schleppers were in there. So I go in the $5 room, and there was this big fat lady playing 2 of the machines at the same time. And I got as far away from her as I could. Thank you, by the way, honey, for taking up those machines that were dead as a doornail. She was losing her fat ass. And so I went to one of the Wheel of Fortune machines down the other end, the $5 jobs, the 5 times 1, and I got a couple of spins and got back to even and $1,000 and ran out. That'd be a good segment on the show every day. Neil's Day at Woodbine, and we can go by the whole thing. And let's see, the first hit, I got like blank bar 7. I can start writing them down.
Now, you had your taxi driver check out there, right?
Yeah. I didn't drive myself because I didn't want to come back during rush hour.
Or what? Did you have to wait for him to come back?
No, he waits around there. He hangs around.
Oh, wow.
And I call him up and I say, okay, I want $1,000, let's go. And he picks me up in 1 minute, and I'm back here in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
That's a nice driver.
He's a good guy. He's a Lesbianese terrorist, but he's a really good guy.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Lord even loves Neil Rogers.
Baby, launch a couple missiles toward a place we know and aim 'em at a fella whose first name begins with O. There's one thing we all understand. Al-Qaeda won't be finished until we blow up Pakistan.
Let's do it this afternoon.
We could chase them round forever with our tanks and all our troops, but special forces are so tired of jumping through them hoops. You know we need another plan, so let's cut out all the nonsense and go blow up Pakistan. All right. Al-Qaeda needs a nuclear tan. Why don't we stop pussyfooting and go blow up Pakistan?
I'm dying over here.
Boom, boom, Jeffrey on. Leafs lost in overtime to the Islanders last night. They really suck very bad. 10:32 at 560 WQAM. And Andrew Raycroft sucks really extra bad. Well, he made a couple of good saves. Let's get some hockey talk on. What do you say? And I don't want to rub it in, but I do want to remind you that you and a lot of others were very, very wrong about that new lineup that starts next week. Oh, it's going to be the big O is going to be replacing Hank, and Geldy's going to be doing this. And, yeah. I don't think so. I think Geldy...
We were just passing along what we were told.
You were told by whom? Oh, by some source that you don't want to name. Okay.
Different people, yes.
Well, it doesn't make any difference now because your sources are full of crap anyway. The big O my ass.
Rock solid.
Well, that's what George heard.
What?
That was what George heard.
What George heard. Bunch of yentas. Bop, 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 bop. See, one thing about me that you don't know because you never were there when I was, well, maybe you were, but I never saw you. But, you know, I'd show up like it when I was doing the show there. 8:40 in the morning and do a little show prep, get ready to do the show, and then at 2 o'clock, boy, I was out the door. You could be standing down in the parking lot at 30 seconds past 2, and I would be down there, coming off the elevator and out the door, on my way to my Corvette. I'm not one of these guys that hangs around and you know, yenting all day long. I can't stand that. You know what I mean? Like a social butterfly. Because it's bad for morale. It creates a lot of problems and stuff like that. I can't stand that. By the way, speaking of did I mention that Rimmer called me the other day?
Yes, you did.
Did I mention it on the air? No.
I think so.
I did? Well,
I don't know.
You know,
well, you mentioned it again, so now you did.
He had some really caustic things to say about Geldy. I don't want to repeat them on the air, though. 73 votes on the poll. He had some really caustic, hostile things to say about the Squeakmeister. Call it an early Christmas gift for Hillary's campaign. A new Iowa poll seems to show Swillery with a stunning double-digit lead over her nearest rival among likely Democratic caucus goers.
Oh, my God.
I don't understand this. I mean, see, and this is the stupidity of the whole American system. Iowa and New Hampshire, which represent absolutely nothing, and the caucuses in those two states determine the future of the candidates to a great degree. If you don't survive there, you got a big source, Rudy Giuliani. Clinton and Obama were neck and neck in last week's American Research Group poll, but in the new survey conducted December 20th to 23rd, she leads Obama by 15 points, 34-19. Obama's now in a statistical tie for second place with John Edwards, who's got 20% of the... I just don't get it. He was...
But then something happened.
I mean, I had the same position for years, upside down and backwards.
President Bill Clinton is fine-tuning the message.
Obama is a person of enormous talent.
He's a very gifted man. Very large.
Big.
So incomprehensibly large.
You know, it's huge.
Back to you in the studio.
Well, it's 11 o'clock at 560 WQAM. Those of you listening on a radio, which is what it's supposed to be all about, good morning to you. And those of you listening on the Internet, you're not. It's one of those things, man. It's just we saw a little bit of a break up there in the beginning, and all of a sudden it's like a massive outage there. Now, is your Internet's working or what? Hello? Hola? This is good. I hear nothing.
What's up?
Where were you?
I was dealing with our internets here.
Does it work? I thought we got disconnected. I thought it was off the air.
No.
I think I didn't say that or something.
I apologize.
Yeah, you should.
Well, I was dealing with internets and I had to make a quick bathroom break. They're working on it. They're trying to get everything rebooted and ready to go again, so we might be having these dropouts most of the day.
You mean on the Internet?
Yeah.
Not on the air?
No, the air was still on. And apparently Texas is up and California's down, so.
Oh, look at that. No, we're both back up. All right. We got two green lights. California, though, had 127 dropouts, and Texas 104. You talk about numbers, man. We're going to have numbers up the old chute today for you. That's right, for that guy that gets all bent out of shape. All he does is read numbers, the numbers from the poll, and the numbers from the phone, and the numbers like that. Good. Maybe he'll have an apoplectic breakdown. Maybe he'll have like a brain aneurysm or something, and like an explosion in his head. I was going to say in his brain.
Well, yeah.
So now you got that too, both back up?
Yeah, I got them both back up.
All right. So if you want to stream it, baby, there you go. There you go, Brandon. Oh, he can't hear me anyway. 168 votes on our poll about 2007. 9 say it was the worst year of their lives. Boy, poor babies. I'm so sorry. WQAM, hello.
The Power Hour with Tom Jicka and Eddie Kaplan.
Oh, man. No, I think you did this to try to, divert my attention from the fact that you were so far off on his new lineup.
I was so far off?
The new lineup starts on Wednesday. Am I correct?
Sounds good, yeah.
And here's what I think it is. You got the Big O still doing 5 to 7.
Rock
in
solid.
The morning, that is, AM, when most people are sleeping. You got Joe Rose doing 7 to 10 solo, which is the way it should have been in the first place. Nice going, Big Dog. Then we're still here 10 to 2. Trust me when I tell you, we're still here. Uh-huh. And then 2 to 4, it's Jason Jackson. And then 4 to 7, it's Mr. Mad Dog. And then 7, who knows after that? It's that Dolphins All Assets crap. And then the Beast at night, he thinks. Now, what's the story? He doesn't know whether he's got that gig permanent or what.
That's what he's saying, but who knows?
He's full of crap. He is so, he plays the game. Oh, I don't know anything. They don't talk to me right. WQAM, hello.
I got a diploma.
Good. WQAM, hello.
We love you, Neil. Oh, yes, we do. We are the Chronic on QAM.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, man, what's up?
Yes, sir.
So who's going to take over, man?
Take over what?
I don't know. I forgot.
Take over what? Yeah, for Stu Gotts. 5670560. I'm torn because yesterday I made a bad mistake of taking way too many calls.
Mm-hmm.
And you, of course, oh, no, I want a lot of calls because I don't have to screen them is what you're thinking. That's where you're coming from.
I have no problem screening them, not screening them, taking them, not taking them.
Yeah, you do. You got a problem.
No, I don't.
That's what Brandon said. You got a fat problem.
Well, he wouldn't know.
Although he said a bacon cheeseburger would be good for lunch. Sounds good, doesn't it? Really nice and trafe, just in time. Post Hanukkah, man. You won't burn in hell if you wait till way after Hanukkah and then you have like 2 or 3 bacon cheeseburgers. Let's eat trafe just to piss off all the Farbisten, all the Orthodox. Just to piss off Jew Lieberman. WQAM, hello. And Gary Sarner, too. WQAM, hello.
Lolita, Lolita, me chupa.
WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
For your millions of listeners, what's Coxahoyce?
Coxahoyce?
Yeah.
Let's take a good dump.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. My goyish, your friend. Okay, let's get off the Yiddish thing here now. The green light is still on. It's going to be a great day. I can feel it. I can smell it. And I'm going to tell you one thing, my prediction now, my fearless prediction. 2008 is going to be a great year for some of us. It's going to be a fabulous year. I don't know about you, Chris. You might get a raise.
That would be nice.
Which means you'll be working somewhere else, I'm sure. I don't want to read this thing about climate change gives rise to a new world order. It's so depressing. I don't want to read it. I'll save it. While most of Mitt Romney's competitors zigged across Iowa, the former Massachusetts governor zagged across New Hampshire, trying to fend off a surging John McCain and shore up what was once an impregnable firewall in the Granite State. Romney, who previously focused much of his attention on Rudy Giuliani and Mike Huckabee, ended a 2-day Christmas break by launching repeated broadsides against McCain. Attacking the Arizona senator's initial proposal on illegal immigration, which McCain has since modified, Romney said under his bill that he fought for, everybody who came here illegally could stay forever. Does he still believe in that or not? Oh, yeah, he's a flip-flopper. How about you, Mitt Romney? What about the gay marriage thing? What about everything else? Abortion? Every other issue on the plate. Just like the Boston Globe said, and the New Hampshire Union, Manchester Union leader, he's a liar and a phony, Mitt Romney, and that's correct on both counts. Romney also asked whether McCain admits that he was wrong about opposing President Bush's tax cuts. I'm happy to talk about times I was wrong, Romney told reporters at a ski lodge in the shadow of Pat's Peak. But I don't recall Senator McCain saying he was wrong to say that all illegal aliens should be able to stay here permanently, or to say he was wrong to vote against the Bush tax cuts. I think he was wrong on both counts, said the nicely coiffed Mitt Romney. However, he once expressed ambivalence about Bush's tax cuts, Romney, and has taken a harder line on immigration. He flip-flops all over the place. McCain's campaign responded with a statement highlighting a New Hampshire Union leader editorial published yesterday, like one printed in the Concord Monitor on Sunday, told voters they can't trust Romney. Don't trust him, okay? He's phony baloney. Did I say Concord? I'm sorry, Concord. You do understand it's Concord, Michigan, but Concord, New Hampshire. You understand that. It's that New England thing, right? It's like Worcester, Mass. You ever been in Worcester?
I think I've driven through it.
Have you really?
Yeah, I've been to Boston and stuff.
Well, thank God for that. What a great city Boston is, man. The food, oh, man. You can't beat the food in Boston.
Well, when I was there, we weren't really worrying about food. It was more about drinking and, partying and stuff, but hey.
You weren't worrying about food?
Correct.
Even the cheesy places like Joe and Nemo's, which I'm sure is long gone, I wonder if Brigham's ice cream parlors are still around in Boston. Anyway, so it goes on about McCain said this and Romney said that, and only a few days away, baby. 6 days away till next Wednesday in that Iowa caucus. Oh, brother. And like I said, what a system to think that people in these Yahoo bumfork states, they're going to decide the future of the world. Pathetic. John Edwards, the only Democratic presidential candidate campaigning in New Hampshire yesterday, said he wanted Granite State voters to know that he's taking the state seriously. Well, somebody's got to. Green light is still on, by the way, and no more dropouts.
All right.
Edwards, who returns today to Iowa for a bus tour until the caucus, went door-to-door at a dozen homes in Nashua, New Hampshire, attending town hall-style meetings in Conway and Laconia, and gave pep talks to volunteers in Manchester and Salem. Salem, it's a Galem, man. Salem, New Hampshire, home of Rockingham Park. Boy, I made many a trips there, up US 1 from Boston to Rockingham Park. I had my 1960 Corvair. I lived on Commonwealth Ave in the Back Bay in Boston. I don't know and I was working at Sears in the mail order department at Sears. That's where I was thinking, where the hell did I get my money from? Well, and I go up to get in that Corvair once in a while with one of my friends from Boston, and at least, and they wouldn't have any idea where we're going. I'd say, let's go up to Adventure Car Hop, which was in Saugus on the way to the track, and we'd get some crap there to take out, and then I'd just keep driving north. Oh, no, we're not going to the track again, are we? Yeah. Too bad. If you don't like it, jump out. And we'd wind up at Rockingham Park in Salem, New Hampshire. Isn't that exciting?
Extremely.
There was Tug Boyd and Bobby Huntress and Bucky Day and Al Winger, Eddie Cobb. Look out now. 179 votes on the poll. I'm going to get harness racing intensive for the next year. I think that would be a good show, don't you? Yeah. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, here comes Harold Fisher with Perfect Sky on the outside. Oh, Long Run needs a home. Vanny's Forum needs a home. You want to adopt a horse? Huh?
Yeah, whatever.
Don't leave these. Let me tell you right now, okay? I don't know what's going on with you today, but at the top of the hour when I came back on here and I'm talking and I hear the sounds of silence without Simon or Garfunkel, I'm thinking to myself, we lost the connection because
Well, I apologize for that one.
That was bad. That was really bad. You need to have Brandon come over and give you like 10 lashings.
No, thank you.
Like they do in those barbaric countries like Saudi Arabia, where they, get so many lashes.
I'm sure he's a nice guy, but no, thank you.
How do you know?
Well, he's your friend, isn't he?
Yes.
Don't you keep nice people around?
He's my pen pal. What grade would you give the year 2000? We have 187 votes and 9 people say the worst year of their life. Boy, wish you could send them a whole bunch of money if you had any. WQAM, hello.
Doesn't coxahoist mean lift your Cheney dick?
Dump it. No.
Done.
Idiot. Goy. That's the problem, like my friend Alan Finkelson said all the time, man. That's the problem with the world. Too many goyim. Too many crazy religionists of all stripes. That's the problem, not just goyim. Plenty of crazy Jews and Muslims and crazy everybody. It's a crazy world, baby. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Whatever the hell that means. Do you ever really stop and think about what that means? It's a dog-eat-dog world. What does that mean?
I don't know.
You ever see a dog eat another dog?
No.
I seen a tiger. Oh, where the hell's that story about the idiot with the tiger. I got that in my pile. Why the hell is it way down here somewhere? That's an important... Here it is.
The foot
Victims
dangling?
may have dangled leg over tiger's moat. Well, that's a real genius to do something like that. The mother of a 17-year-old boy killed by a tiger at the San Francisco Zoo said the attack has forever ruined Christmas for her. Right. Sources close to the investigation told the San Francisco Chronicle that police are probing whether one of the Siberian tiger's 3 victims climbed over a fence Christmas Day and then dangled a leg or other body part over the moat. Another body part. Oh, God. I can only imagine which one that might have been. Police said Carlos Souza of San Jose was killed just outside the tiger's enclosure. The 2 others who were injured were about 300 yards away by a cafe. A shoe and blood were found between the fence and the moat, the Chronicle said, and a footprint's been found on a metal fence at the zoo. The investigation is looking into the possibility the tiger escaped by latching onto a leg or other body part. Don't just stick your leg in the tiger's puss, okay? Not a good idea. You idiot. You more. I was dead now.
Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Who you looking at? The dangerous thing about Tigger is Tigger don't take no crap. If you're gonna pull on my tail, you're gonna get bitch slapped with a left, right, smack, 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 smack. If you're gonna screw with Tigger, then I will kick your ass. Oh, I will kick your ass. Step off, punk. The name's Tigger. T-I-double-G-R.
And quit making those sounds, Tigger. It sounded like that to me. 11:17 at 560 WQAM. Did I even mention the schedule today yet? I did not.
Not yet.
And today is like a pristine schedule, right between Christmas and New Year's, man. You better kiss the radio. Kiss it. As Bubba would say, kiss it. We got Jim Mandich at Hooters in the Pines, 2 to 4. Power Hour with Mad Dog and Hank, 4 to 5. Humper all by himself, his third. Now, is this his second to last show or his third to last? We haven't found out yet.
He'll be on Monday.
He will be on Monday. Third to last show on QAM for the Humper. 5 to 6, and then the 6 to 7, it's Miami Dolphins All Access with Hank. Oh, boy. Hurricane Hotline, 7 to 9, and then the Holiday Bowl, Arizona State and Texas, 9 to midnight. Wow, that is something. I can't say the word on the air. Long time, and we have had no more dropouts. We're up and streaming. Things are coming up roses, baby. Did we ever figure out what it was? I guess they were like resetting crap, right?
They're resetting stuff here and everything, yeah.
Yeah, sure, no problem. Longtime associates of President George W. Bush are consolidating their hold on American media with a string of recent purchases, Raw Story says. Consolidating their hold on American media, conservative media mogul Rupert Murdoch, that Nazi bastard, News Corp, announced of late the sale of 8 of its U.S. television stations to a private equity firm, Oak Hill Partners, for an estimated $1.1 billion that's expected to close sometime next year. The deal leaves Murdoch with another 27 television stations in major U.S. cities such as Boston, New York, and L.A., as well as the New York Post, controlling interest in B-Sky B, a movie studio, 20th Century Fox, Wall Street Journal publisher, Dow Jones and Company, Inc. Oak Hill Partners lead investor Robert M. Bass, a longtime associate of George W. Bush, is also the founder of Fort Worth, Texas-based Bass Brothers Enterprises. Oak Hill issued a statement announcing the stations would be jointly managed by a broadcast holding company, Local TV, that was created by Oak Hill for the purpose of purchasing 9 other TV stations from the New York Times previously this year. Robert Bass, along with his brothers Lee, Ed, and Sid from a wealthy Texas oil family, all attended Yale University, where Ed was a classmate and friend of George W. Bush. The brothers later became Bush's number 5 career patrons, as well as business dealings with now President Bush. Robert Bass is also the founder and chairman of Arion Corporation, which has been the recipient of several very lucrative DARPA contracts for the development of supersonic laminar flow wing studies, along with research and test flights. News Corp had originally intended to sell off 9 of its U.S. TV stations. However, Bass's subsidiary, Local TV, couldn't purchase WHBQ-TV in Memphis, as it had previously purchased CBS affiliate WREG-TV. FCC communications rules allow market duopolies, but only 1 of 2 stations under a single owner can be among the market's 4 top stations and must be at least 8 unique station owners in the market once the duopoly is formed. The company will immediately focus on back-office administrative functions, added Lawrence. Then we'll move to creating specialized knowledge teams for TV assets, yada, yada, yada. The site also lists among its holdings a statement issued online prior to the News Corp purchase 23 large and mid-sized stations, as well as 9 small to mid-sized stations purchased from the New York Times. It's going to be a sad day in history, baby, when like 3 companies own every newspaper, every radio station, every TV, every billboard, every damn sandwich board. It's going to be a sad day when all you get is impropaganda. That's all you get. Oh, they're handicapping at the fairgrounds, by the way.
Level. He's actually running in the 5th race. We'll talk about him later.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's get a lot of horse racing and harness racing and hockey on there.
To Matt,
there's the incredibly ugly Alex Steen, who scored both lead goals last night, and their embarrassing 4-3 loss to the Islanders, whoever the hell they are. 212 votes on the poll. What grade would he give the year 2007? By the way, Benazir Bhutto is dead. She got shot. She's dead. The Pakis are going nuts again. Is that unusual? No. Is that a bulletin? No. Pakis are crazy.
Well, of course.
Ask the Indians. They'll tell you. The year 2007, D is leading. It pretty much blew, but it wasn't the worst. 69. D. E, thank Neil God, it's almost over. 46. C, it was okay, just fine. 43. Not sounding really positive, does it? B, better than average, but not great. 31. A, it was one of the best yet, if not the best ever. 12. And F, the worst year of my life. 11. Don't you feel really bad for those people? There's Musharraf.
Area to what you're describing.
Well, here's the funny thing. This area, there's a police station very close by, but since I've been out here, which has been for a good hour and a half, I've not seen one police officer come to the streets and try to stop these protesters.
Hell, they don't want to get killed. Are you nuts? What? Are you crazy or what? There's Musharraf on there. Pop, 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 beep, beep, beep. He said, Hover and Dread. Something like that. That was his response to her getting shot. He said, I had nothing to do with that. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
I'm shocked how I fixed this phone. Yes, sir.
It was hard enough to listen to Joe Rose's show with small doses of Jax, and now we have 2 hours of him on his own show.
Yeah.
Following you. I mean, it was that.
Well, what are you trying to say to me? So you're not going to be listening between 2 and 4?
Exactly, sir.
Well, take up Mahjong would be good.
There you go, thank you.
Okay, have a good time. You know something? I've seen the tiles. You know, I've seen a Mahjong set.
Uh-huh.
But I haven't got any idea in other words, how you play it, what it's all about.
Is that the one where it stacks up in a building?
It's like indoor shuffleboard.
Oh, then I don't know.
What?
Then I don't know.
No, they have these tiles. They have like dominoes or something. I don't know. Maybe somebody will send us all the rules for Mahjong. I know who knows them. He knows the new Mahjong rules.
And then we can play it on the air.
WQAM, hello. And back at you. Speaking of the FCC, speaking of Chub Mindred, on December 18, the 5 commissioners of the Fed, who wrote this? Amy Goodman, truthdig.com. On December 18, the 5 commissioners of the FCC met in Washington, D.C., and by a 3-2 vote passed new regulations that would allow more media consolidation. This despite the U.S.'s public increasing concern over the nation's media being controlled by a few giant corporations. Dissident FCC Commissioner Michael Kopp said of the decision, "We generously ask big media to sit on Santa's knee, tell us what it wants for Christmas, and then push through whatever these wishes are politically and practically feasible. No test to see if anyone's been naughty or nice. Just another big shiny present for the favored few who already hold an FCC license, and a lump of coal for the rest of us. Happy holidays." It was Bush-appointed FCC Chairman Kevin Martin, now just 41 years old, who ran through the rule changes. He has served President Bush well. As Deputy General Counsel for the Bush-Cheney campaign in 2000, he was active during the Florida recount. Before that, he worked for Kenny Starr at the Office of Independent Counsel during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. Rumor has it he may run for governor of his native North Carolina. His wife, Kathy Martin, was a spokeswoman for Vice President Dick Cheney in the midst of the scandal around the outing of CIA operative Valerie Plame. She now works on Bush's communications staff. The federal regulation in question is the newspaper broadcast cross-ownership ban. It has for decades prevented the same company from owning both a TV or radio station in town as well as a newspaper. Underlying this ban is the core concept of the public interest. Cops couldn't have been clearer. Today's decision would make George Orwell proud, he said. We claim to be giving the news industry a shot in the arm, but the real effect is to reduce total news gathering. Mergers will result in newsroom layoffs and less, not more coverage of local issues. Martin's new rule is also going to hurt the diversity of the U.S. media. Juan Gonzalez, former president of the National Association of Hispanic Journalists, recently testified at a congressional hearing on media ownership. He said, even as our nation has become ever more diverse racially and ethnically, minority ownership of the broadcast companies has remained at shockingly low levels. Direct experience has shown us that ownership matters when it comes to a diversity of voices and meeting the news and information needs of minority communities. Gonzalez pointed out that the new rule will allow 19 minority-owned TV stations in the country's top 20 cities to be targeted for takeovers by newspapers, further reducing minority ownership. There is a reason that journalism is the sole profession explicitly protected in the U.S. Constitution. As a check and balance on government, it's essential to the functioning of a democratic society. As Thomas Jefferson famously stated, were it left to me to decide whether we should have a government without newspapers or newspapers without a government, I should not hesitate a moment to prefer the latter. By eliminating the newspaper broadcast cross-ownership ban, Martin claims to be saving newspapers. In a New York Times op-ed piece, he writes, in many towns and cities, the newspaper is an endangered species. If we don't act to improve the health of the newspaper industry, we'll see newspapers wither and die. As Copps pointed out in his scathing dissent to the rule change, we shed crocodile tears for the financial plight of newspapers, yet the truth is that newspaper profits are about double the S&P 500 average. The problem facing Martin and his big media friends isn't that newspapers are unprofitable, it's that they're simply not as profitable as they used to be. This is in part because of the Internet. People are no longer having to rely on the newspaper to post or read classified ads, for example, with free online outlets like Craigslist. The media system in the U.S. is too highly concentrated and serves not the public interest, but rather the interest of moguls like Rupert Murdoch and Sumner Redstone to control CBS Viacom. Media corporations that will benefit from Martin's handout are the same ones that acted as a conveyor belt for the lies of the Bush administration about weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. We need a media that challenges the government, that acts as a fourth estate, not for the state. We need a diverse media. The U.S. Congress has a chance to overrule Martin and the FCC, and to keep the newspaper broadcast cross-ownership ban in place, it should do so immediately before the consolidated press leads us into another freaking war.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Fighters remain perched high on these long ladders, hoses in hand.
Good Vibrations brings the music of the Beach Boys to Broadway. Now, there's a new music collection that brings the music of Broadway to the Beach Boys. It's Bad Vibrations. 20 of your favorite show tunes sung only as the Beach Boys can, like Old Man River from Showboat.
Old Man River, that old man river, you must have something, but don't say nothing. It just keeps rolling, yeah, keeps on rolling along.
And this classic song from Oklahoma.
I wish you all could see Oklahoma. I wish you all could see Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain.
Plus, Bad Vibrations also features the Beach Boys rendition of this tune from the Music Man.
And we've got trouble, trouble, trouble right here in the secret city. Trouble, trouble right here in River's capital. G that rhymes with B, and that stands for fool. G that rhymes with B, and that stands for fool.
Bad Vibrations is not available in stores. To order, simply hang 10, 95 plus shipping and handling. Call now.
11:32 at 560 WQAM. Happy holidays to you from all your close personal paisans, those of us who are left. So let me ask you this. How many people do you think know or care? Because this is obviously the deal now. It's wall-to-wall. Benazir Bhutto today on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, I'm sure, although I don't let that channel darken my TV under any circumstances, ever. You know, when I'm channel surfing and it goes through the Fox News, it goes through there like that, on automatic pilot. Well, there's Mitt Romney.
Question, but that the violence that we see throughout the world is
because of idiots like you. That's right. Because religious getchkis like you, fanatics, nutjobs of all the different stripes and varieties. It doesn't make any difference whether it's Mormon or Jewish or Goyish or Arab. It's just a bunch of crazy people killing each other. Well, you got the Sunnis and the Kurds and the, oh my God. And don't forget the Shias. If you're going to get a haircut, don't forget the Shias. So you were in Boston, huh?
Yep.
For how long?
2 days, I guess.
And you weren't eating?
I mean, we ate, but it was more about the partying.
Oh, my God, the sub-sandwiches and the pizzas and the pasta, the Italian, the everything. That's where I got fat. That's where I got fat in Boston. 1961 and 2, for about a year. Just ate and ate and ate. Did anybody call in about Brigham's, by the way, or send us a faxer like that? Is Brigham still in business? I can Google it.
I'll try to find out.
Uh-oh.
We have a fax coming in right now.
We really do?
Yeah. I don't know what
That's
it is.
Pretty good. On the 27th of December, and right between Christmas and New Year. I would think that today is another day when people are taking they're schlepping to take a lot of stuff back. Wouldn't you think?
Uh-huh.
Take a lot of that Christmas. Boy, you...
Sorry about that.
What is your story today?
I was getting something. I was having some water when you were asking the question, so.
Okay, well, it's just bad timing today. We're just not on the same page.
No,
WQAM, hello.
Yeah, why don't you do us all a favor and call it quits at the end of this year?
No.
You do us all a favor.
No, do me a favor.
What's that, sir?
Find another station. Yeah. Find something else to listen to besides calling here in Bellyache and, do us all a favor. Somebody else must have turned his radio onto the show, you know. That's what always cracks the hell out of me. It just cracks me up big time.
Yeah, if you don't like it, just change it.
Yeah, just turn it off. Find something you do like, although in your case, I doubt that that's possible. Schmuck. Do us all a favor. Probably one of them Bush apologists, you know. He probably has lunch with Joe Bell. WQAM, hello. Amen. There you go. That's for the last caller. This spring, premium cable subscribers will be able to relive the drama of the contested 2000 presidential election when HBO debuts its new film, Recount. In creating the controversial docudrama, the network sought to allay concerns that beset some of its predecessors in fictionalizing real-world events by allowing the actual people portrayed in the movie to suggest script revisions and visit the film set, the Politico reports. That's what they be saying. And, of course, we lived through it, baby. You remember that? Did you live through it?
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'll never forget, I'm on the air one day. This is the day of the election, 2000. And I'm on the air, and it's between 1 and 2 o'clock, and a woman from Palm Beach County calls in. She said, like a reasonable-sounding woman, not an old kvetch. She says, Neil, I'm ready to have a nervous breakdown. I think I made a mistake. I think I voted for Pat Buchanan. I said, what? She said, I wanted to vote for Al Gore, but the Palm Beach ballot is so screwed up with his butterfly ballot. And sure enough, that was just the first indication we had that a lot of people in Palm Beach County and a lot of old Jews in Palm Beach County voted for Pat Buchanan because of Teresa Lepore and her stupid-ass butterfly ballot. Boy. The most persistent warning being heeded by HBO comes from last year's controversial ABC series, The Path to 9/11 miniseries. That film, written by an avowed conservative activist, was widely criticized for its negative portrayal of former President Clinton's efforts against al-Qaeda and the implication that members of his national security team allowed Osama bin Laden to slip away. And by the way, haven't the Bush people done a great job of finding Osama, Yamama, and Mullabullah Omar and all those other goyim? One of the writers credited on the ABC project, Peter Lance, told Raw Story earlier this year that the miniseries producer distorted the findings of his book. Oh, I got a light out. On the mic pod of all things. Well, we can,
when you hit something, I didn't have a return from you for half a second, so.
I beg your pardon?
Like, I can hear, the hum of your mic open, and whatever you just hit, it disappeared for half a second.
Yeah, right, because I hit because I wanted to get the light back on again. Schmuck.
Okay.
One of the writers credited on the ABC project, Peter Lance, told Raw Story earlier this year that the miniseries producer distorted the findings of his book, 1,000 Years for Revenge, in producing the anti-Clinton assault. I was sickened, Lance said. Sickened. Blah! Like that. That's right. In an effort to avoid similar controversy, recount writer Danny Strong poured over several books, including Jeffrey Toobin's Too Close to Call and Deadlock, the inside story of America's closest election, written by the Washington Post political team. Strong also personally interviewed the film's main subjects, Democratic operative Ron Klain, Bush's confidant James Baker III, and Cheney Bush attorney Ben Ginsberg. Oh, do I despise that creep. What a creep with the red hair. Do you know the one? Have you ever seen him on the talking head shows? Oh!
I can't say I do offhand, but...
No! He makes my skin crawl. I'd rather listen to Arnie Ginsberg. Woo-woo. Former Clinton officials Sandy Berger and Madeleine Albright complained about their depiction in The Path to 9/11, and ABC was forced to add a disclaimer to the film and cut some scenes just before it was aired last year on the 5th anniversary of the terror attacks. Producer Cyrus Naurista, whose earlier credits included the Showtime movie The Day Reagan Was Shot, claimed earlier this year that the miniseries DVD release was being delayed because of meddling by Hillary Clinton, a claim her campaign denied. Lance suggested the miniseries took his books reporting on the FBI's failures and turned them into successes. Furthermore, he said, Naurista misled him on how his material would be used and then failed to properly compensate him. HBO and the Recount producers are trying to avoid the same sort of problems by showing the script's early drafts to players in the Recount drama. Some noted small problems with liberties taken in their portrayals, but so far there have been no major dust-ups of the type that affected the path to 9/11. Bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop. So that's coming out on HBO when? When did it say? This, sometime, soon.
Next couple months.
This spring. About the mess of 2000. I'm sure we'll be seeing the judge again with a big eye popping out of his head, looking at that hanging Chad. Remember that judge in Palm Beach?
Yep.
Staring with his eye just bulging out of his head like, what? This is the way to conduct an election? This is the way to fix an election is the question there, and of course the answer is,
absolutely.
And your fat-ass former governor calls our current president and says, don't worry, Bubba, the fix is in, you won. 3 o'clock in the morning. Nobody knew for another month, but the fix is in. You won Florida, baby.
The biggest names.
The
We
best
turned all those sparks around and set them back and made them burst. You won.
The sports leader.
Dumb as dirt.
Absolutely.
I'm dying over here. Don't like all the heartburn. Every time I see that retarded dimwit on my TV. He's President Trump. Republicans muscled in and an articulate idiot. I don't know why they would want this guy, but now he's here. We're through the next 4 years with President Dumb. Oh, what I can do to count votes once more and get who we all voted for. Why did you want this? Lips drumming, stupid heat. Mindless drunk and rich kid. He's even dumber than me. He's President Dumb. You don't care what it took. You got him in by hook or crook. The Christian right knows what's best for you and I, but have no fear. We've got a great leader here with President Dumb. President Dumb.
Yeah, this light is going on the mic switch. I guess I could replace it with one of the other lights, couldn't I, if I want to get really creative? Because I don't think any engineer is ever going to be coming in the studio again in the foreseeable future, like in the next year or so.
You never know.
14 till noon, I beg your pardon?
You never know.
You never know. Could be a surprise. Could be a knock on the door at any time. Oh, 249 on your poll. Now, what's your goal today, 500? Keep in mind that this is our secondary poll. This is the one for tomorrow. I think we'll
about
do
450.
What?
About 450.
Come on, man. Where's
All right,
the
we'll go
spirit?
for 5.
No chance. Despite a recent national intelligence estimate finding that Iran has halted its nuclear weapons program, libertarian-leaning GOP presidential contender Ron Paul says there's still a great possibility of U.S. military action against the country. Appearing on MSNBC's Morning Joe, Paul described what he characterized as a deteriorating situation on the ground in Iraq and Afghanistan and said the U.S. was preparing to kickstart yet another conflict, this time in Iran. It's getting worse over there, he said. Afghanistan's getting worse. Turkey is bombing Iraq, and Pakistan is blowing up. By the way, Benazir Bhutto is still dead. She got shot and killed this morning. And we're getting ready to bomb Iran. A bunch of those neocons want to bomb Iran. How about if we just bomb the neocons? Sounds good to me. Asked how the U.S. could justify military action against Iran in the wake of the National Intelligence Estimate, which determined that the country hadn't actively pursued a nuclear weapon since 2003, Paul said he didn't think the report would do much to deter a strike. I think it's a great possibility. Read Seymour Hersh. He's the expert over there, said Paul, of the Pulitzer Prize-winning investigative journalist who had previously reported that the U.S. is preparing a preemptive strike against Iran. And the Iranian Revolutionary Guard has been declared a terrorist organization for the purpose of them being the targets rather than having the nuclear power plants, Paul said. So wait and see. There's still quite a few neocons who want to go after Iran under these unbelievable conditions. Unbelievable. Concluded Paul that this is the absurdity of the whole mess we've got in there. Stay out of entangling alliances. Stay out of nation building. You ought to just get out of that place. That's right. Isn't that what Eric Burden and the Animals said? We got to get out of this place? Amen, baby. Get out of that place before it's too late. And you know what?
What?
Too late. 255 in your poll. I think you can do 5. I don't know. 5 votes.
All right, we'll go for 5.
WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes.
I think your show's doing real well. Is George not in there have anything to do with it?
You know what the best part is? That I hang up on you real fast every time. That's the best part. And the audience hates you like poison and wishes that something horrendous would happen to you. Like get attacked by a gigantic bed of red ants in the middle of the night. Like 2 in the morning, wake up and find there's 80 zillion red ants crawling over every part of your pathetic, every pore of your pathetic body. Sad and tragic. But you know what? Life goes on. We're doing just fine. Speaking of crazy people, the National Rifle Association, and boy, you people out there, if there's any NRA members, oh my God, what is wrong with you? What are you thinking about? You know something? One of the worst inventions that man ever made, before he made the bomb, of course. That's the worst because you can kill so many more people at one time, was the gun. Is there any doubt about that?
Probably not.
Oh, well, it's just for hunting purposes, like a good old Mike Schmendrick there yesterday. Huckabee was out there hunting and showing how macho he is. I mean, you talk about childish and juvenile. The American public, is anybody going to buy into that? Because he's going out there with his gear on and hunting to show the farmers in Iowa he's a good hunting guy. And Mitt Romney doesn't hunt all that much, as opposed to talking about the fact that Mitt Romney is just an unabashed liar. Why talk about issues when you can put on a good dog and pony show and go out there and hunt? The National Rifle Association has hired private investigators to find hundreds of people whose firearms were seized by city police in New Orleans in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, according to court papers filed this week. That's right. Let's not feed them. Let's not get their houses built again. Let's just make sure they get their guns back. That's right, so they can go out there and shoot each other. The NRA is trying to locate gun owners for a federal lawsuit that the lobbying group filed against Mayor Ray Nagenhead and Police Superintendent Warren Riley over the city's seizure of firearms after the August 29, 2005 hurricane. In the lawsuit, the NRA and Second Amendment Foundation claim the city violated gun owners' constitutional right to bear arms and left them at the mercy of roving gangs, home invaders, and other criminals after Katrina. The NRA says the city seized more than 1,000 guns that weren't part of any criminal investigation after the hurricane. Police have said they took only guns that had been stolen or found in abandoned homes. NRA lawyer Daniel Holliday said investigators have identified about 300 of the gun owners and located about 75 of them. Some of them could be called to testify during a trial, he added. Finding these folks has been a nightmare holiday. He said, not as much of a nightmare as the NRA. Just ask good old Chuck Heston. He'll tell you, boy, what a great scene that was in Bowling for Columbine.
You son of a bitch.
Ask good old Chuck with his spandex pants. Did you see that movie, I hope?
Only parts of it. I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
Finding these folks has been a nightmare, Holiday said. That's really the guts of our case, to establish that there was indeed a pattern of the police going out and taking people's guns without any legal reason to do so. In April 2006, police made about 700 firearms available for owners to claim if they could present a bill of sale or an affidavit with the weapon serial number. An attorney for the city and a police department spokesman didn't return a reporter's phone calls yesterday. Alan Gottlieb, founder of the Bellevue, Washington-based Second Amendment Foundation, said the police department has returned only about 100 of the 1,000 seized guns. Obviously, we don't expect the city to find everybody. We only wanted to see a good faith effort, and that's what the city didn't do, Gottlieb added. It's a bad example to let them get away with it. That's right. Get everybody their guns back. Forget about food. Forget about housing. Forget about clothing. Forget about getting their kids back to school. Forget about hospitals. Get them their guns back, baby. All right. In court papers filed Monday, NRA attorney says finding the gun owners has been difficult because the storm has scattered so many residents. New Orleans had an estimated 455,000 residents before Katrina, but less than two-thirds of that number live there now. The NRA is asking for a delay in the trial set to begin February 19, saying they need more time to find gun owners. U.S. District Judge Carl Barbier hasn't ruled yet on the request as of yesterday. Let's get on it, baby. That's the important crap. Although Benazir Bhutto is wall-to-wall.
There are two things I want to bring out.
Go ahead. Wall-to-wall on the Talking Head Networks, baby. And like I said, if you went to the shopping mall right now with all the people returning the gifts, the crap that they don't want, and the wrong sizes, and you'd ask, who's Benazir Bhutto who got killed this morning? They'd look at you and say, that's right.
Huh?
Like that. Just like that.
Huh?
WQAM, hello. Good one. Once again, proving what I said about these idiots. Oh, well, if Neil and Hank would just treat the callers nice and not hang up and rip them in at you. When we get nice callers, we treat them nice. Does that happen very often?
No.
Almost never. When we get people who really have something to say, who, have an IQ larger than their thumbnail, who can conduct an intelligent, civil conversation, like,
do us all a favor, retire at the end of this year. Do us all a favor, you son of a bitch.
like that. That's good. Those are good calls. And, of course, I'm just going to sit here and listen to that. I'm going to treat them very nice and be real civil to them. You give back what you get. If you sit and take crap, man, your life, that's exactly what your life turns into.
Crap.
That's it. Don't do it. That's my best advice to all you kids out there. Don't take crap during the course of your life, okay? And when you work for other people, that's, you gotta compromise. You're always going to take crap when you work for other people. Open up a shoe shine stand, a lemonade stand. Go in business for yourself. WQAM, hello.
You got a call, Neil?
Speaking.
I just want to say, get your heads off, you dirty ape.
Yeah, okay. Okay, good one. See what I mean? WQAM, hello.
You like it?
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Well, Neil, I think you're doing a great job, but I would like to make a small correction. Tom Brady went to Michigan, not Notre Dame.
Who said he went to Notre Dame? Brady Quinn went to Notre Dame.
No, I fully understand that, but on several occasions it's been mentioned.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No. Brady Quinn went to Notre Dame.
Oh, yes, it has been.
What?
It was mentioned.
Mentioned by whom?
Callers.
Yeah. Like Reverend Jones, you mean? Like you?
No, I'm just trying to make it...
You're an idiot. WQAM, hello.
I got something to say.
WQAM, hola.
Are you going to send Hank like a gift before he takes off his last day?
Yeah, I'm going to send him a sandwich. Salami and rye. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Neil?
Salami and Swiss. I want to make sure it's trafe. Yes, sir.
Neil, have you heard about this captain, a soldier from Port St. Lucie that was killed, and they buried him last week, and it was in the paper, and he wrote his last email to his family, hit it so on the head, and this is from the horse's mouth. Now, you haven't read it, right? No. It should be in every newspaper in the world, Neil.
Yeah.
He said every one of these congressmen, senators, or they have no idea of what is happening, and yet they're voting on the issue.
Mm-hmm.
All right? And he's a West Point graduate, guy was a captain, a bona fide hero, a true guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he's out there doing what he had to do because that's his duty, not that he wanted to do it. But if you can get a hold of that article...
Okay, I'll try to get a hold of it. But what does that have to do with Lindsay Lohan and what Britney Spears and her sister and all this other cockeride that America's obsessed with, huh? What does it have to do with that? Nothing.
No.
That's right. Only a passive, submissive group of sheep, of lemmings, could sit back and let this crap go on. I'm not going to get all whipped up about it, though. Because Benazir Bhutto, you know what? She's still there. Bad news, baby.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Homeland Security Tom Ridge, advising you to put duct tape on your radio when I raise the warning color to pink for the Neil Rogers 12 to 1 hour.
Betty had a close call at the society ball. Took a streetcar one way with the girl from King Kong Freeway. She arrived at the door, and she was looking poor. Only made a dime a day, 15 cents was minimum wage. She was gonna be an actress, just like Vivian Lee. Live on a plantation and drive a Model T. She thought that Al Capone was the enemy, but she knows that nothing has been alright since Al Jolson and Chaplin, way before Gay Catherine, Charles Lindbergh, the Duker, the president was Hoover. There were no TVs and no I Love Lucy. She's still preoccupied. 1925.
It is now apparent that the Republican ticket of Harding and Coolidge is running well ahead of Thompson Roosevelt. At the present time, Harding has collected more than 16 million votes against some 9 million for the Democrats.
She knows all the classics. She knows every line. She quotes Gone with the Wind, drinking on Mickey Finn. She did the Charleston to Duke Ellington, or how her mind would whirl when she dreamt of Milton Berle. She wore an outfit like a flapper. Because of prohibition, she could have no liquor. She loved the comedy shows like George and Grace Eve. Whatever happened to Abbott Costello?
What's on second? I don't know who's on third.
Since Al Jolson and Chaplin, way before Gay Kaplan, Charles Lindbergh, the Duker, the president was Hoover. There were no TVs and no I Love Lucy. She's so preoccupied. 1925.
We're about 10 years too late. Yeah, back when things were great. Clinton was president. OJ was innocent. But we could still see friends and be the send but head. Barely had an internet. And there was no spam yet. Never heard about Bin Laden. Wall Street was always in the black. We still cared about Madonna and none about sneak attacks. And all that great music. Yeah, you could take your pick. Like it was sent from God. No cell phones, no ringtones, no iPods played Oasis or Hootie. That Brandy was a cutie. There was Alanis Morissette and Julia split from Lila Beth. The Pumpkins were smashing. The Beatles tried to cash in, but nothing quite feels right since 1995. 1995. You know Mariah and Whitney, they beat the pants off Britney. We still had some geezers, but also there was Weezer, and we had Sophie B. Hawkins. Yeah, she was good for gawking. I wonder if she survived that. 1995.
Okay, 12:04 at 560 WQAM. Happy holidays. It's, wow, almost the end of the year. Aren't you excited about that? No.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Now, what did you say you voted for B on this?
Correct.
That's what I voted. Better than average, but not great. Could have been better. I would say like maybe an A-. What grade would you give the year 2007? In fact, up until I would say about a month or two ago, it was like an A+. D, it pretty much blew, but it wasn't the worst. D is leading 93. Not good. C, it was okay, just fine. Just fine.
Oh, we're fine.
68. Well, there's Benazir Bhutto when she was still alive, but she's dead now. E, thank Neil God, it's almost over. 56. B, better than average, but not great. 40. A, it was one of the best yet, if not the best of my life. Only 18. Wow.
So what happened to make your year not so good?
What?
What happened to make your year not so good?
And F, the worst of my life, 14. Are you directing that to me?
Yeah.
And you expect to come back here again tomorrow? 291 vote. Chris wants 500 today. You're not going to get it. Didn't you say 450?
I was thinking that originally.
I want 400.
Wow, you're dropping the
It's a busy day, man. WQAM, hello.
Oh, man, it'll use myself a thing bad because, the sale of a 3x4,
Good quality. They got their own equipment there. Probably better than this. All this stuff used to be really good, but the problem is there's been no maintenance on it in a long, long time. But then again, we don't want to go there, do we?
No, not right now.
We don't want to go there. Speaking of bad equipment, if you thought controversy over voting machines was a thing of the past, think again. Just in time for the 2000... I was thinking about this during the last hour. I was thinking about that year 2000, all that crap, and that fixed election, and I went and voted, and then after the election was over and we had all this crap going on with the hanging chads and the whole thing up in the air, and I'm thinking to myself, gee, I wonder if my vote really got counted. I wonder if there are a lot of... Huh?
Of course it did.
Yeah, probably for Bush.
Yeah, just not in the right category.
Yeah, maybe for Pat Buchanan. Just in time for the 2008 election season, Colorado has decertified hundreds of faulty electronic voting machines for being error-prone and easily hacked. We need a good machine, man. That's what we need in America. We need a good machine, man. This news comes on the heels of a massive study in Ohio that also found critical flaws in Ohio's voting machines, man. Bad machines. Yesterday, Colorado Secretary of State Mike Coffin decertified 3 of the 4 voting equipment manufacturers allowed in the state, affecting 6 of Colorado's 10 most populous counties, for their inaccuracy and for the ease with which they could be hacked. Today, he backtracked slightly, noting that some of the machines could still be used in November if a software patch was installed. Maybe they can get Dickie Lee to come by. He's got patches. Ohio Secretary of State Jennifer Brunner spoke to MSNBC about Ohio's study, where teams were able to pick locks to access memory cards and use handheld devices to plug false vote counts into machines. Great. They also concluded that hackers could break into the machines with a magnet and a PDA. What's a PDA?
Personal data, whatever. A
Personal
BlackBerry.
data ass.
Basically a BlackBerry type thing.
Personal data thing. We learned that there are critical security flaws, she says, because these machines are essentially computer-based voting equipment, and they don't have the basic industry-required standards for security that we would use on computers, that we would use for banking or communications or other things in our everyday life.
All of these things.
Brunner has recommended that for the March primary, counties with touchscreen machines allow voters to request a paper ballot that can be scanned optically. She also reminded voters they can vote through the mail using absentee ballots, which, of course, they can just toss them, they can Schmidt can them and toss them in the garbage. In the long run, Ohio may move to optical scan ballots that would be checked by the machine, but also deposited in a ballot box and counted at the Board of Elections. Bruno also proposed an early voting period 15 days before elections at vote centers located throughout the state. Well, we need Teresa Lepore to take care of all this. All the states can have that great butterfly ballot, okay? So if you think you're voting for Al Gore, you're really voting for Pat Buchanan or some other Nazi. Man, the beat goes on, and they're all, Benazir Bhutto is dead, and she was prime minister twice, and bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop, and she came back in October, and if she was smart, she would have stayed wherever the hell she was, but she came back, and now she's dead.
Today, at least by the wrath of the mobs. When the people got angry and they took to the streets in Karachi, Lahore, and Rawalpindi, the first thing they did was start attacking tearing down the campaign posters of Musharraf's party, the PML party, and they wanted those ripped up because the public was just lashing out wherever it could.
You know what it sounds like to me? A big
party.
Yeah. As the late Don Cox would say. Boy, I still can't get over the fact that he's dead,
Yep.
That's life, baby. That's
Did
what
you work
happens
with him?
in life. What?
Did you work with him?
He worked at, when I was at WYNZ, he was right in the same building at I-95, which later became Zeta. I-95.
So you were friendly with him and stuff?
Yeah. He was a good guy. He had his issues, but he was a good guy.
I just remember
those
late night, what was it, Toyota of something commercials or whatever?
Kendall Toyota.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You had to bring that up again? Mark Jacobson and Don Cox, and then they kept schlepping me on there because it was one of my sponsors, and they kept, embarrassing me to go on that thing. I did it as a favor to them.
Well, I didn't know you were on there, too.
Why do you... What?
I didn't know you were on there, too.
Oh, several times. I mean, not regular, but once in a while I'd be one of the guests. In fact, the last time I was on there, they had a band. They had Pete Sampras was one of the guests. He was one of the strangest, most humorless a-holes I've ever met in my life. And he had hands like a monkey. They introduced me to him before the taping, and I shook hands with him, and his hand was like a claw. And I thought to myself, well, tennis players, they have soft hands. You know what I mean? Not that soft, But he had hands like claws.
Maybe that's
like
how he
a
held
monkey.
onto the racket so well.
Is that what it was?
Maybe.
What a racket. But anyway, that show was an embarrassment. I wonder if Mark Jacobson is still alive. WQAM, hello.
Neil,
Yes, sir.
in the morning and all that, Cox and all that, man. Pioneers, man.
Yeah.
Yep. What?
What? Yeah, he was good. Yeah, and he's responsible for me being here now, Bill Tanner. WQAM, hello.
Merry Christmas, Kathy.
WQAM, hello.
Why don't you go back to Canada, you Jew-bop?
Now, here's somebody that's got all the stuff queued up.
It's got all the best ofs.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's got it all queued up, and it sounds like he's got his own studio there. It's not like he's playing it, over the phone. Isn't that great?
Not
In fact, maybe
shabby.
what I'll do is if he'll call back, I'll just get up and walk out and let him finish the show today. After all, it's a holiday time, Everybody's looking for a lot of holiday time off. Not that there's people in the building screwing off. You made that very clear, didn't you?
Something like that. Oh, and Josh is here today.
Josh is in Clarence?
Yes.
Now, you better understand, Josh to us on this show is Josh Cordes.
I apologize.
Josh Darrow is and always will be Clarence.
You fair.
As in that, yeah. 309 on your poll. What did we say, 400? Let's go for 400 just to be safe. We don't want to let anybody down.
Biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil
When's that
Rogers.
Bill Parcells press conference, baby?
WQAM.
The sports leader.
Neil God.
NFL Films presents the game's greatest scorers. He was born Thomas Edward Brady Jr., and he grew to rule a New England dynasty. 3 Super Bowl rings, twice Super Bowl MVP, and a playoff resume akin to a first-class ticket to Canton, Ohio. However, his prowess on the gridiron gives way only to his prowess in the bedroom. For late in the 2006 season, Tom Brady achieved the greatest back-to-back scoring feat in the modern era. First, he impregnated sultry Hollywood starlet Bridget Moynihan. Then, against all odds, this heroic field general bedded and inseminated lingerie supermodel Gisele Bündchen. And so, in honor of his triumphs between the hash marks and between the sheets, we bequeath the laurels and regale among the game's greatest scorers. Number 12, Tom Brady.
Oh, but you said he went to Notre Dame and blah, 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 like that, yeah. Callers are good, man. We've had good calls today, haven't we?
They've been wonderful.
From an idiot standpoint, they've been pretty good. You don't think?
They've been stupendous.
You had part of that right.
Well,
340, what do we got? No, that can't be right. 317. Don't get too carried away now, man. If we had 347, I would jump right out the window.
Bring the mic.
We got a lot of good calls like this one today. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, it's a lady. It's a real caller. I can't believe it. Yes.
Hi, did anybody call in about Brigham yet?
Oh, they're all over the... it's funny you mentioned that. You must be psychic. Because I just Googled it during the commercial break, and there's like 80 million Brighams all over Boston.
Yes, there is.
Even
I
in
just got out of a
Peabody.
doctor's appointment, and I tried to call earlier, but nobody picked up, so...
That was great. Thanks a million, sweetie.
Talk to you later.
Have a happy. Bye. See, there's a lady that called it. Guys, we don't know for Brighams. We don't eat ice cream. Yeah, right, you fat slobs. You're eating plenty of ice cream, okay? You're shoveling it down your puss. But she was nice enough to call and let me know. And, of course, I just Googled it. And then, in a couple of minutes in between, I forgot all about it.
It happens.
Wasn't that nice? And then, of course, we went from Brigham's to Tom Brady. See, all Boston stuff.
Uh-huh.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say anything.
You better watch it, or I'm going to start putting hockey stuff on here.
Go for it.
Oh, there's Paul Maurice, a loser. If you can just see it on his face, man. Loser.
Unless we're talking
loser.
2-3 days from now.
Oh, my God. Paul Maurice, the coach of the Leafs, man. He blows. Fire his ass, and that John Ferguson at the same time. Junior. You know John Ferguson Jr.?
Nope.
You remember his ancestor, Shane Ferguson?
Sure.
317 on your poll. Here's Calder, first race in 6 minutes. You want to hear the first race from Calder?
Hey, why not?
4 is the heavy chalk, 3-5. Well, somebody's got to pick up the horse racing crowd now that Eddie Kay is gone. Hank's got only 3 shows left. Can you believe that the Hoppers only got 3 shows left on the station? 3 shows, baby.
That was funny.
I wish we had that schedule for next week. Now that Clarence is there, you better tell him, hop on that schedule. And you also better tell him I'll be here on Wednesday, whether he likes it or not. What?
Will do.
No, don't tell him that part. He knows that. Thursday, that's another story. You know what? Let's call this just that soap opera. Remember, one day at a time? Wasn't a soap opera.
You day to day, just like in sports?
Day to day, that's right. Just like, what's his name there on the Leafs? Carlo Koliakovo. Couldn't play in a fixed game, that kid. So anyway, here's the 5 minutes to the first race at Calder, 6-horse field. Isn't that great? I'm sitting up here and I'm watching the races from Calder. You ever go to the track?
Yeah, I've been there.
Where?
The horse track. I've been to Calder and Gulfstream.
Not to Pompano
And I've
Park.
been to
Never been to harness racing?
Monmouth. I've never been to harness.
Never seen the buggy horses? Wow.
Nope.
Never saw Wally Hennessy sitting there along the rail, just like he was trapped in, like he needed a compass and a road map. Oh no, that's Dave Ingraham who needs a compass and a road map. Sorry, Wally. How's it going, eh, Wally? Wally's having a good year. The Seattle Post-Intelligencer got, oh, wait, look at that. Calls. QAM, hello.
Neil?
Yes, sir.
Who does the play-by-play for the Maple Leafs on TSN?
Usually it's Joe Bowen, but last night, unfortunately, it was Chris Cuthbert.
He sucks, man.
Chris Cuthbert sucks, that's right. And so did the Leafs, by the way. Anyway, there's a lot of calls on there, but I'm not going to get sucked into those. Yeah, let's get some hockey talk on. Don't let me forget, we got 4 minutes till post time at Calder.
You got 4 minutes till post.
I have no idea who the new race caller is at Calder now that Phil Saltzman retired and Bob Savage is dead. Boy, little Bobby Savage. I just can't believe it. He wasn't that old, I don't think, either. And he married this big, tall broad from Chicago who had tons of money. I guess he had a good... Maybe that's why he died at a young age.
Had it going good?
Huh?
He had it going good at home?
He had it going really good there toward the ass end, let me tell you right now, man.
She wore him out?
I guess so. Bob Savage came up to like your elbow, to your hip. And this chick that he married, she was about like 7 feet tall. She could have been like a basketball player. She was huge. And she had lots and lots of money. He was very nice to me, most of the time, Bob Savage. He was okay. Anyway, this Seattle Post-Intelligencer editorial cluster bombs, it's still not okay. I sure hope I can do this in the 3 minutes before post time at Calder for the first race. It says, surprise, surprise, after a year investigating itself, the Israeli military, okay, its prosecutors, concluded that it was justified in using cluster bomblets, millions of them, in its war with Lebanon last year. The reports tell us that the matter is now closed. Well, that depends on whom you ask. Entities such as human rights groups and the UN beg to differ with the Israeli military. The United Nations called the use of the devastating bombs in the final 3 days of the fight, when the end of the conflict was clearly in sight, shocking and immoral. The bombs, which were dropped in populated areas, farms and so on, have a 30% failure rate.
About 30, man.
Meaning that they explode later, and many have been doing so over the past year. Just last week, a 35-year-old man collecting firewood died instantly when one of the Israeli bombs went off. In fact, more than 30 people have died in similar fashion since the end of Israel's war with Hezbollah. The Daily Star of Lebanon reports that an additional 200 have been wounded by bombs, most of which were dropped in the final 72 hours of the war. For these victims, the matter is far from closed. Earlier this month, UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, I wonder if he's kin to Kakamoon, Ban Ki-moon called for a ban on cluster bombs at a conference in Vienna, Austria, which the U.S. declined to attend, by the way, where 130 nations gathered to consider a ban. This isn't a morally ambiguous issue. Well, how come we're going over to Aqueduct now where there's 6 minutes to post time, I guess, for the post parade?
Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Now, even Chris knows that's the great Tom Durkin. You know that, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Old Red, Tom Durkin. No, you know. Anyway, getting back to the cluster bomblets, this isn't a morally ambiguous issue. The use of these bombs, which in effect linger on as landmines and continue killing long after wars are over, is wrong, and Israel was wrong to use them when the end of the war was imminent. Its military might not be able to see that, but the rest of the world can, writes the Seattle Post-Intelligencer, whatever you say, in their editorial yesterday. They're pissed off and fired up. Uh-oh. How many minutes? 3 minutes to, I don't know, 6 minutes to post an aqueduct. Let's get the races on every day. What do you say?
Good. Sounds good.
And then we can go to not only do we have the NFL network here, which, we're not going to be able to see the game. Well, the good news is NBC and CBS and the NFL network all going to have the Patriot-Giants game on Saturday night.
Play by White. Here's the breakout stage right with Benatenko. Benatenko stays with the play. And big save on Comrie. Comrie comes across.
Oh, big save there. Andrew Raycroft. He couldn't stop a bowling ball from 100 yards away. Unbelievable. Now, what was I just looking for? Oh, the first race at Calder. We could squeeze it in here before the break. Except that they keep showing all this crap from Aqueduct. Goes to show you, man, how New York rules the world, you know. Everybody else could have something really heavy-duty going, something exciting. But New York always comes first. But I think they'll go back to a Calder. Do you?
Yeah, of course.
Are you glued into it? Are you excited about it?
Sure, very.
So you were to where? You were at Calder and Gulfstream, and how'd you do? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I had a good time. Walked out of there with a couple bucks more than I went in with, so, can't complain. I wasn't a big-time gambler, but walked out with more money than I went in.
Oh, they're going into the gate at Calder. And, of course, this is what I hate the most about thoroughbred racing.
Have reached the gate. It's post time.
Is how long it takes to get them into the gate, especially when one of the horses or more acts up and they start, I don't want to go in there. I don't want to. Yeah, but it's a race. I don't want to. Like that, Which I don't understand because they train them at the gate over and over, a million times, and they just, I don't want to. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
There's the 4 going in, 3 to 5 heavy-duty favorite. The deuce is the second choice, 3 to 1. The douche. It's only a 6-horse field. How long can it take him to get in the
Waiting
game?
for Sticky Skippy.
Yeah, I got the Sticky Skippy for you. Come on, let's go. Stippy Skippy.
They're all in line.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this guy's okay. He's not bad.
And they're all.
And
very even start.
Yeah.
Thunder Counter is fast and right up and out to the lead.
Right to the
Red
front,
Mercury
baby.
came
This
out
is a
in good
walkover,
order.
I
Far
think.
outside, Sticky Skippy now into second. From the rail, BL's
daughter's
Medora is
name's
moving
Skippy.
through. Bolerium is
Guess
fifth,
what?
but only about 4 lengths
died.
off the pace.
He's dead.
And the only one not showing speed is Camptown Kid. He's now got about 7 or 8 to make up on Thunder Counter and Eddie Nunez as they move past the half-mile mark.
Baby.
It is Thunder Counter now, just 3 parts of a length from Red Mercury. Bolerium there on the outside, maybe caught wide into the turn.
Fool in his money.
BL's Medora is down along the rail now with about 2.5 lengths to make up. Sticky Skippy has dropped back just a bit. Nothing yet from Camptown Kid. They're into the far turn. Thunder Counter shaking away on the front end. He's opened up now to lead at 2.5 lengths. It's Thunder Counter going well past the quarter pole. He's got about a 4-length lead as they come to the top of the lane. Bolerium is trying to get out after him. Whip is out now on Red Mercury. They're just going up and down in second and third and not gaining on Thunder Counter, who has opened up quickly now to lead it by a dozen. Thunder Counter in a blink of an eye has daylighted this field, and he is powering down to the line. Thunder Counter, very impressive. He'll win by about 10 lengths. Camptown Kid, a good rally up the rail for second in front of Red Mercury.
4-3-2 in the first Dakota. You got it? 4-3 to 5 shot. 1 to 2 shot. $3.
Writing it down right now.
Huh? Yeah, go cash your ticket.
Biggest names.
Like I said, here comes the bunny, and there goes the money.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Dick Riley is an imbecile.
Real American a-holes. Real American a-holes. We salute you, Mr. Guy who still thinks Bush is doing a good job. Mr. Guy who still thinks Bush is... You commute to work with a smile on your face as you pay $3.78 a gallon and adjust the plastic Jesus on your dashboard. Hallelujah now! Bush's approval ratings are at an all-time low. But you don't care. You're a red stater, and Brokeback Mountain never played a theater near you. Don't watch Bravo either. There's no such thing as global warming. Those sinners in New Orleans got what they deserve. And yes, the Earth was created in 7 days.
Don't tell me that it's evolution.
The war in Iraq is a noble fight. And by golly, one day we'll find those nasty weapons of mass destruction. So we salute you, Mr. Guy who still thinks Bush is doing a good job, your gas-guzzling SUV, your 2.2 children, and your ignorance. You are a real American a-hole.
Absolutely. You bet. 1231 at 560 WQAM. If it sounds like I'm talking while I'm eating, you're right. Does it sound like that?
I'm sorry, Allison was telling me something.
What was she telling you?
I'm going to be the producing for Hank out at Dolphins camp, so she's telling me what to do for him.
When is this going to be?
Today.
Today?
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to see the humper?
Correct.
Well, give him a big kiss for me.
Well, I'll give him a big hug. How's that?
That would give him a big something.
Okay. And I'll give him the number to have him call on Monday.
On Monday would be good. We can have a farewell crossover.
Will do.
You know what I'm eating now? Because I'm going to Woodbine again right at 2 o'clock. I got my terrorist cabbie coming.
You missed a big dinner for Hank last night, apparently.
They had a big dinner for Hank?
At Shula's, yeah.
Who had it?
I don't know.
The station had it?
Apparently Clarence took everybody over there.
Clarence had a dinner for Hank last night?
That's what I'm being told from somebody else.
What?
That's what I'm being told, yes.
Wow. Are they going to have a big dinner for me?
Well, you'd have to come down here.
No, thanks. Anyway, I'm having a weenie and some Swiss cheese. Cold. Now, who was the one that told me they never ate it?
I have never had a cold hot dog, no.
I can't believe that.
I can't believe you have hot dogs
It's just cold cuts. Have you ever had cold bologna?
I'm not really into bologna, no. So.
Salami?
Yeah.
Mortadella?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you better get with it.
Okay. Did you cook the hot dog first, and then it, got cold, and then you had it, or did you just take it right out of the package?
I took it right out of the package.
Oh.
I've been eating cold weenies all my life.
That's what I hear.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
I don't understand how anybody can get as fat as you've been and be so damn picky in what they eat, you know?
What can I say?
It would seem to me that a fat slob like you would eat just about anything you can get your hands on.
Well, no.
340 on the poll. Oh, speaking of idiots, there's Wolf Blitzkrieg.
The past has been tragic.
Oh, he's interviewing Benazir Bhutto, which is amazing because she's been dead for several hours now.
People are fast.
It's her spirit.
I put my feet.
Huh?
It's her spirit.
Is her spirit still on there? See, her spirit lives on. She was going to bring democracy to Pakistan. Likely story. And the U.S. were the ones who said, oh, yeah, come back to Pakistan and, get things going. Bring democracy back. That worked out really well. There's another person who's dead because of George Bush. I just mentioned that in passing. Because of the neocons. These are a bunch of lunatics. These are maniacs, okay? They don't know from democracy in that part of the world. They don't want democracy. And what they want is to be left alone to live. They would like to have water and electricity, things like that. But other than that,
how's Iraq doing?
It's a mess. A lot of dead people, a lot of body parts,
That's what I hear.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, I'm from Canada. Have you heard of the slap-off riot?
What kind of a bad phony accent is this?
Have you heard of the slap-off?
How long have you been working on this one, pal?
Have you heard of the slap-off?
Yeah, I heard of it. Reverend Jones. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. I don't want to read any bedtime stories while I'm eating, so I sound like Mushmouth,
Mm-hmm.
Like the Crow, Mushmouth. Don't we have one of those drop-ins where he's doing Mushmouth?
I'm not sure.
Oh, that's right. You don't have this stuff, do you?
Nope. I mean, I have a DCS, but
how about
I'm not sure if
you
all that.
and amoeba, troba, the amoeba, the blobber, okay, but?
Yeah, there's the Crow Mushmouth. Don't see him no more either. Well, a lot of people are coming in and come out. So Clarence had a dinner for Hank last night. Wow, and were you there? Were you invited?
I just found out about it today, so obviously not.
You weren't invited?
No.
So who was at it? Was Dugatz there?
I don't know. I can try and find out.
Now, did you tell Clarence about getting the schedule for us for next week?
No. I haven't actually seen him myself. I've been told he's here. I've walked by his office 3 different times, and he's not in it.
Oh. Well, he's probably out planning my big party.
Oh, I thought you were going to say a funeral.
Or could be that kind of a party. WQAM, hello.
Neil, are they going to make room for the Crow when Hank leaves?
Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, sir.
Look, I followed you through every diet over the years, everything. I've ballooned back up to 350. What are we doing now, Neil?
Waiting for the box. Have a good time, pal. Have a great New Year, okay? Manja. I got no solutions for you. Although yesterday, I will say this, I had no carbs of any kind yesterday. I did good. Got my blood sugar down nicely.
Cool.
I've had no crap yet so far today. And I'm going to Woodbine right at 2 o'clock, and I'm not going to eat any garbage there either. Although I could get a couple of Snickers bars, but I won't. I'll stick with my weenie and my Swiss cheese.
Didn't you say they have macaroni and cheese out there?
Oh, will you stop? Yes, they do. Good. Really good macaroni and cheese.
Well, don't get it.
What?
Don't get it.
You are such a bastard. That was the farthest thing from my mind. Every racetrack in their cafeteria, well, at least every one I've ever been at, has great macaroni and cheese. I don't know why. Even if the rest of the food sucks, the macaroni and cheese is always great. Calder had great macaroni and cheese. WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I was thinking maybe you can slice some fat off the back of Hank's neck and cook that up as bacon. Yeah.
WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got a question. On your shows on the website, can you download them and put them on an iPod if you miss them or something like that?
Answer the question, Chris, computer expert.
I don't know. I don't use iPods, so I think iPod is only iPod-specific tunes.
Well, if I download it like onto iTunes or something, or if I just save it as like a file?
My guess would be no if it's only going into an iPod. If you have a regular MP3 player that's not an iPod, it would be a yes.
So I could probably download it and maybe listen to it on a Windows Media Player?
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, and they're complete shows?
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Neil. Thank you for
everything. You got
everything.
the time, man, and the price is right. Thanks, Pally.
Thanks.
There's a guy who wants to hear the entire show over and over and over again. Good for you, man. See, there's somebody, as opposed to these hard-ass,
why don't you retire now, you miserable old Jew fag son of a bitch, you fat slob.
Because I don't want to. I don't want it. It's as simple as that. There's some people who would like me to. They want to, but I don't want to. And guess what? Even if I'm just sitting here talking to myself, I'm not hanging it up. They'll have to stick me in a box.
Yeah, good. Don't hang it up.
I'll have to croak before I'm off the air. Somewhere. Even if I just do the show on the Internet. I could do that, couldn't I?
Yeah, of course.
You can go out and sell a bunch of spots.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Is on Queer Street right now.
The Middle Eastern world
will be exploded. Saddam had people killed with the gas that we sold him. First time aggressor nation and the only one that's going. Now more blood will be spilled to get that oil flowing. Forget about Korea and the nukes they're toting, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
Huh?
3,000 people killed are now forgotten. Let's exploit them instead. Hey, there's oil to be gotten. Going after Saddam to placate Osama. There's no longer mention of the name Bin Laden, but no one seems concerned. All comfy and complacent, believing every word of this cartel administration that controls us by fear through media manipulation. And the right wing is drilling it over and over into our heads that Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. The loss of civil rights is the price that we're paying. We're all suspects now, Nazi Ashcroft is saying. I have nothing to hide, table talkers all are saying. Blind obedient cattle don't have any reservation. Loud unprovoked battle and world annihilation. Old regimes must fall and Halliburton installed with no objection at all. Democrats don't have the balls, and the right wing is drilling it over and over into our brainwashed heads. Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction. Only Iraq has some weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, so they lied a little bit, okay? Wow, we're going to get upset. 14-1. That bit is so classic, man. It should be played on loudspeakers from coast to coast, from pillar to post, all over the world from now till the end of time. Wouldn't you think?
I totally agree. I love that bit.
Here are some faxes that came in, which I guess that means you just checked the fax machine. Now, is Zach going to be with us tomorrow?
Zach is off tomorrow now. He was supposed to be off today, and he would have been with us tomorrow, except Joe decided, you know what, I want to take today off, so you take tomorrow off.
Joe Rose.
Correct.
Not Joe Mama, or Joe Costello, or Joe Bell. Joe Rose. Here's a fax that says, Neil, don't worry about them stealing the election in 2008 because there ain't going to be one. Something's going to happen big, and they'll delay the election. Maybe they'll just call it off. That's one thing I'm worried about. These guys
wouldn't do
do
that,
anything to stay in power. The neocons, baby. And we got a bunch of people who were faxing us earlier, like right before 11 o'clock. Central Florida area, getting you fine on the Internet. Thank you, Central Florida. Heard you online on the Internets before. Now you be gone. Can't hear nothing. Back to AM broadcast, says Don in Miami. Well, Don, I hope you're back on the Internet because we're back on there for hours. Here's one that says, hear you now in Orlando area, off for 20 minutes. Isn't that nice of these people to let us know what was going on there with the Internets when we had all that? Oh, my God. We had some real crap going on there earlier in the beginning of the show. Technical crap. Now that we got it back up again in Texas and California, now that the servers are back up, and Eric and Steph and everybody has been standing on their head and doing cartwheels, everything is just fine for a long time, right?
Correct. As far as we know.
We're streaming it. Even Ken in Etobicoke sent me an email on MySpace. How's it going? Hey, Ken, we're back on there. I'm sure he knows it. Obviously, if he's in Toronto, he's listening online. I think I should be on the air in Toronto, don't you?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Talking about how the Leafs suck so bad. I mean, you know, you can watch Leaf TV, which is nothing but propaganda. Oh, there's that Jason Blake. I guess Jason thinks he's still playing for the Islanders. Nice giveaway there in the overtime, Jason. A nice handing them the game, you idiot. You fair. God, is he ugly. 371 votes on the poll. Which grade would you give the year 2007? Oh, look at that. That's good news. Oh, no, that's bad news. F, the worst year of my life, 26. And A, one of the best, if not the best, only 23 in last place, eh? So I guess it wasn't a very good year. Remember that song? It was a very good year. No, it was not.
No.
You don't remember that song?
No.
That's way before your time. That's because I'm old, you know, old and craggy, old and crappy. And, of course, Benazir Bhutto, I mean, you know, she isn't even in the box yet. I don't know. How do they do the funerals?
You're asking me? I don't know.
Idea?
No idea.
Nice schmata, though, that she always wore. Kind of like the Queen, you know. The Queen's got that scarf, that thing, not a scarf. What do you call that thing that they wear over? Is it a scarf?
Sure.
Over their head, a shawl?
Yeah, probably. I think shawl is over the shoulder, so probably a scarf.
Nice one. Well, it doesn't make any difference, though. She's dead.
A headscarf,
so
yeah.
Already, she is not even in the box yet, and they're writing all these speculative articles. Here's one by Rick Moran on the American Thinker. Who killed Bhutto? He says conventional wisdom would point the finger at Islamic extremists in Pakistan as the ones who pulled off the successful assassination of former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. They made no secret of the fact that killing Bhutto was their number one priority. They despised her relative secularism and the fact that she was a woman doing man's work. But most of all, they needed to kill her in order to bring unrest to Pakistan, thus setting the stage for what they hoped could turn into a bloody civil war and the victory of extremists. In this scenario, Al-Qaeda and those who sympathize with them, both in and out of government, could be responsible for her death. The intelligence service, ISI, has many Islamist sympathizers in its ranks, and getting through the security that surrounded Bhutto could have been facilitated by the professionals in Pakistani intelligence. As details of the attack are revealed, that aspect of the puzzle may come together. Who else might have carried out such an attack? The Pakistani people apparently are blaming President Musharraf, thinking he offed her in order to get rid of a rival for power. Or the reasoning goes he had Bhutto killed in order to reestablish some kind of one-man rule. The problem with blaming Musharraf is that the last thing the Pakistani president wants at this point is violence in the streets. Dawn is reporting that tear gas is already being used against protesters in Peshawar, and the possibility of millions of Pakistanis rioting in the major cities is Musharraf's main nightmare at the moment. This is not to say, as I mentioned above, that elements of the government weren't in on the plot, but Musharraf would have had to have a death wish to kill Bhutto. Is it possible this was a lone nut? Possible, but not very likely. Security surrounding Bhutto was several layers deep, and it would seem extremely unlikely that anybody could wander through the security net and blow himself up. This is why the finger keeps coming back to a detailed plot with perhaps complicity among Bhutto's bodyguards. The reason for that speculation is that the early reports indicate that shots were fired inside the vehicle immediately before the suicide bomber detonated himself. It could be that the bomber was able to push his way into the car following Bhutto, who witnesses say was shot as she was getting into the car. The next few days will tell the tale for Pakistan and its efforts to bring democracy to the country. Elections scheduled for a little more than 2 weeks from today will feature a new leader of Bhutto's Pakistani People's Party. Can he or she fill Bhutto's shoes? If not, Pakistan's in for some very dangerous times. Is there a connection between the killing of Bhutto and Musharraf's campaign in the Swat Valley? Quite possibly. From December and the 8th ABC News, the Pakistani army is claiming that Swat Valley is clear of Islamist militants. This doesn't make any sense. From December the 8th, ABC News claimed that the Pakistani army says the Swat Valley is clear of Islamist militants. Musharraf's forces have killed 290 rebels and arrested another 143, but pro-Taliban cleric Maulana Fazlullah is still on the run. Boy, they got some name problems, with 200 to 400 hardcore fighters, including some foreigners. What's that guy's name on the Cowboys that we were talking about yesterday?
DeMarcus Ware.
DeMarcus. I mean, what do you like better, Maulana or DeMarcus?
I'll take DeMarcus because I can say it.
Yeah, Fazlullah. It's not unreasonable to assume that the remnants of Fazlullah's forces are behind the attack on Bhutto, given that they were kicked out of the Swat Valley almost 3 weeks ago and are desperate to continue their campaign of destabilization. Also, Major General Janjua of the Pakistan Army says it'll take about 4 months to completely restore order in the Swat Valley. Maybe they need a SWAT squad. In the meantime, pro-Taliban forces could very well have dispersed and then regrouped to conduct the attack. And maybe Chickens Pete, and maybe this, and maybe, who killed Cock Robin, and who did this and who did that, you know? That's the way it works in America, man. All the conspiracy theories, all the plots, let's assume this, Don't let the dust settle for a couple of minutes or give her a stick her ass in a box. There she is again, boy. She was if you think I'm a snappy dresser, boy, she had me put to shame. Well, I guess it's that traditional thing. The burqa and the jerka and the, you're going to go to Hajj, by the way? Isn't that thing over with already? Hajj? They're all schlepping to a Mecca?
No idea if it is or isn't.
Let me tell all you kids out there out of school, religious people are crazy people and they're responsible for all these dead people, okay? All over the world since the beginning of recorded time. Man invented all these stupid-ass religions and they keep fighting amongst each other who's got the right religion and they claim to be pious and holy and all this other crap and all they are a bunch of murdering, intolerant bastards, okay? All you kids, if your parents try to schlep you to church or shul or the mosque, tell them, fed to you. That's a raspberry, by the way. Forget about it. 376 on your poll. Like I said, we're shooting for 400. Oh. Well, it's the time, man. It's that time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year is what they say to me. It's the most horrible time of the year. Now, what did you get? You get any gifts for Christmas?
Yeah, I got a couple DVDs, got a couple shirts, got some money. DVDs.
DVDs, yeah.
Got some shirts, got some gift certificates.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, it sounds to me like then you won't have to get that raise this coming year.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, with all that free stuff and all the free meals that you keep sucking up there, You don't need money. Well, I mean, money is the root of all evil.
Let me be evil.
Look at me, man. I'm a magnet.
You're a pushover.
I'm a magnet. That's me. But it doesn't bother me, though. I like handing out money like Sandy Claus. Sandy Cow. 5670560. Maybe in the 1 to 2 hour we'll take a lot of calls. What do you think?
No.
Not a good idea.
I have no problem with that. I was just answering your...
WQAM, hello. Maybe this call will decide whether we do it or not. QAM, there's nobody on it. So you see, it's still up in the air. Well, they didn't wait long enough, okay? If they just would have waited another half hour.
Oh, yeah, so apparently Mandich put the dinner together. And it was Mandich, Josie, Curtis, John Cope, the Beast. I forget if Allison was there.
Well, what does this have to do with clearance?
Well, Allison said
you said Clarence put this.
Yeah, well, that's what I was told. But then
wrong.
They came back in the last break and said, well, actually, it was Mandich that kind of put it all.
Attaboy, Mad Dog.
All right.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, so it was all.
Huh?
As I was told, it was all the people that Hank likes.
So it wasn't a gigantic gathering.
No, why would you say that?
I don't know. I can't speak for Hank. I don't know how many people around there he likes or not. So was Clarence at this dinner or not?
I believe so. Yes. Yeah, he was there. Yeah, he was one of the many that was named. They called him Josh, so I had to retranslate.
You know how hard I'm biting my tongue now?
Don't hurt yourself.
There's blood spurting onto the log, onto the schedule, onto the board. I'm biting my tongue so hard
that was a raspberry.
It's bleeding, huh?
That was a raspberry.
But I'll recover.
Biggest
I always do.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Padrino, since Fearless Leader has won, Natasha and I no longer have to look for Moose and Squirrel. Instead, we listen to the Neil Rogers Fair and Balanced 1 to 2 hour.
Hello, I'm calling for Peter Brown.
Speaking.
Peter?
Yes.
I'm Clarence, expert radio program director for Sport Hole Radio in Miami, the only thing that matters.
Mm-hmm.
It's been brought to my attention that you're in the market for a new Sport Hole gig, and it just so happens that we're working feverishly on blowing out our midday talent, so...
Why?
Well, he wants money, but he's just not obedient enough.
Yeah, but wait a minute. What kind of money are we talking about?
Oh, we'll discuss that later. Hey, you're just gonna love it down here. The fun, the sun, the surf. It's paradise.
Give me a number to work with here. What exactly are you offering me?
Peter Brown, I want you for my sport hole, so I can put my hands in your underwear. You can kiss me when we go on a date. Then I can bite your arm and nibble on your ear. All sorts of sports, Panthers and the Dolphins. You'll pop your shorts with our coverage of ping pong. Can't get over how I'm earning well over 6 figures. 6 figures. Having never known about radio before. I have a stable now of Sport Hole sycophant whores. Not a problem since the management here is sharp as a matzo ball. Peter Brown, I want you for my sport hole. Peter Brown, I want you for my sport hole.
That was some more bad information that you got and passed along to us. You're just, I don't know, I hope that the new year brings you better psychic powers.
Okay.
Or better inside informers, maybe. That's what you need.
All right, we'll fire the ones that gave us the bad stuff.
I mean, who told you about that? Peter Brown is signed up to do it, and then Clarence told you. We didn't hire anybody. And that's true. At least he was being honest there. Nice going, Clarence, for once.
You know what they did know, though? They knew back by Wednesday and Thursday what they were doing, but they didn't want to announce anything.
I beg your pardon?
They knew Wednesday and Thursday.
Who's this they you're talking about?
The people involved with the afternoon
move? The powers that be?
Yeah, well, the people involved with the move knew about it Wednesday and Thursday, were told not to say anything.
So, what do you expect?
Well,
I'm going to tell you something.
You would think
I've seen a man take a shovel and dig his own grave before, but you're doing a hell of a job.
It's all good.
It's all bad. You better watch it, mister. You better watch your P's and Q's.
Huh?
WQAM, hello.
Would you like to rent a pipe?
No, I wouldn't. Just die. Doesn't have to be painful, okay? Die a painless death, okay? That would be just as good for us. Although a painful one would be better. $3.89 on your poll. I don't know, $4.50 may be a little bit out of reach, you know? I mean, they're not coming in chunks and clumps like they ordinarily do on a regular day because it's not a regular time. Well, I can't wait. I cannot wait until next Wednesday. Once we get into the new year and we get back like on a regular, all the excuses that people are, well, we're busy taking the stuff back to the store and we're busy shopping. Like here yesterday with this Boxing Day crap. My God, you'd have thought that they were giving merchandise away, that they were handing you a $100 bill with every piece of merchandise that you took. Crazy people. And at Woodbine yesterday, my God, you could barely move. And all I was like a teenager in there yesterday. The oldest of the old, dead people were standing on 2 feet. And you try to move somewhere like, would you get out of my way already, you idiot, you lunatic. Get out of here, eh?
Did you say hello to Bhutto?
Hey, say hello to who?
Bhutto?
What are you talking about?
You said dead people were there.
What language are you speaking? WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? I was wondering,
Good.
you know if I could buy your tapes?
By what tapes?
I mean, one day, this sounds like it's going to be the end pretty soon. I mean, what are we going to do as far as hearing you?
Well, what do you mean it's going to be the end pretty soon? What does that mean? Am I going to...
I got a feeling that we're not going to have you down here anymore. I mean, something...
Wrong. Guess what?
A real market's going to call you and tell you to come up here.
Yeah, Publix is going to call me a real market. Sir, just calm down. You're out of your mind. You're losing it.
But I think, I never thought...
Let me say it again. I will be on the air in South Florida until I croak. How's that?
I thought I'd never say this, but I think that 790 would be a good place for you because they don't.
Let me tell you this right now, sir. There are 2 chances of my working for Joel Feinberg. Okay, I want you to write this down on both wrists. None and much less than none. Okay, 0. Joel Feinberg, who fancies himself as a real big shot, who talks a big game. Oh well, I'm going to make an offer. I'm going to do this. Joel Feinberg doesn't put a penny in front of your nose, number 1. And number 2, he wants to make very sure that I understand that he doesn't allow anybody on his air to criticize him. Do you hear what I just said? He doesn't allow anyone to go on the air and criticize him.
Why is that?
Even for beating up his girlfriend or stuff like that. And for anything. He's an idiot. He's an egotist. He thinks because his daddy's got a lot of money, and as a result he's got a lot of money, therefore he's a big shot, okay? Therefore he's like beyond reproach. He's beyond... Well, screw you, Joel Feinberg, okay? I don't want any part of 790. I don't want it. You can have it, okay? It's too sporty for me. WQAM, hello.
Bipolar.
Yeah, that's for damn sure. QAM, hello.
Hey, Neil, how's it going?
Okay.
I was praying. I've been listening intently all week, hoping that Hank would have some soliloquy, like when Wayne said that he wouldn't play in Broward, like if they dropped like a 11th hour contract in his lap.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to be listening.
You're going to be listening to what? The Humper?
See if, I want to see Hank say something and then drop an 11th hour contract. Can you play the Wayne thing?
No, I know that's where you were going.
I'm going to tell you something right now, and you can mark it down.
Yeah.
If Broward County would change their mind and decide they wanted to build this facility, I will not play here.
Right.
Because I will not have you guys looking at me for the next 10 years saying, here's a guy that said one thing and went out and did something else.
That sounds to me like a guy who said one thing and went out and did something else, and they did play there, and then, of course, he unloaded that hot potato, that lemon. So let me ask you, is Cleo a lemon? I would suggest this to you. He is not the future of the franchise.
I think they know that, too.
Yeah, I'm well aware that Bill Parcells must know. Now, how come we don't have some kind of a Bill Parcells? You promised me yesterday that we were going to kill a lot of good time with a bunch of Bill Parcells press conference stuff, and I see in the papers this morning, the Parcells era begins. You know, we had the Wannstedt era, we had the Saban era, we had the Schmendrick era now, Scam Cameron, which I think is going to be coming to an end after this weekend. You think they're going to keep him?
Probably not.
He won a game.
Yes, he did, thanks to...
He won a game. Boy, did they look weak in that Patriot game, man. The first half, they looked like they were shell-shocked. Before you could put your ass on the seat, it was 28 to zip. Oh, but we shut them out in the second half. Yeah, shut them out my ass, okay? They were playing Parcheesi in the second half, okay, with like a walkover.
Stop making excuses.
Okay. I know 1-14 is a lot better than 15, and no question about that.
Just think of that draft pick we're going to have.
Yeah, great. Oh, and by the way, the Patriots have a first-round draft pick from the 49ers.
Yep.
WQAM, hello.
For Neil?
For Neil what?
I just want to talk to him about Huizenga.
You're speaking to him.
Hey, Neil, how you doing today?
Okay.
Calling you from beautiful Palm Beach.
Yeah.
What I can't understand with this business genius that he was saying he was going to sell the Dolphins the other day.
Right.
When they're like, with all their loss and everything else, I mean, you sell something when it's a good item or a hot item or something like that. You don't do it in the dump.
Well, maybe that's why he brought Parcells in, to make it look like something's going to happen there.
I don't know. if it's a potential buyer, I don't think he's going to be too impressed with.
Well, so I guess you're not going to be buying then, huh? Okay. There you go, Wayne. That guy don't want to buy it. Maybe you want to sell it, but he says, I don't want to buy it. 396, boy, if we can get over 400, man, over the hump, we might make that 450, but I really doubt it. 425 sounds reasonable to me. WQAM, hello.
Medication.
WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Neil, Stephanie Miller does not read articles.
Great. How much is she pulling down, huh? What kind of number has she got? Point.
Who is she?
Some bitch on Air America. QAM, hello.
I heard Pete Axtone, the ghost of him, was there at Hank's dinner, too. And it's still my birthday. I want to hear some Gold LeMay.
Yeah, okay, great. Okay. Whisperer Jr. Very unimpressive, sir, okay? Very weak performance. Florida may not be the magnet it once was, says the Herald, at least not according to the latest Census Bureau estimates. Over the 12-month period ending July 1, Florida still grew, but at a slower pace than usual. According to figures released today, the state population increased by 1.1% to 18.3 million. Over the previous 12-month period, the growth rate was 1.8%. Over 18 million people in Florida, huh? I guess the word hasn't got out. Greg Harper, a demographer with the Census Bureau, called Florida's diminished growth its growth rate 19th last year compared to the 9th the previous year. A little surprising. The state's population has been exploding for decades, fueled both by retirees migrating from the north and immigrants pouring in from the Americas. No speaking Inglés. In other highlights, Louisiana, which lost 250,000 people after Katrina tore through in August 2005, saw a net increase of about 50,000 people, a 1.2% increase. Total population in that state is 4.3 million, but still a long way from the 4.5 million who lived there before the storm. Things are not at all well in New Orleans, said Greg Riggamer, a lifelong New Orleans resident, urban planning expert. They're clearly getting better, but it's no time to be popping the champagne corks, he said. Don't pop it, okay? And the cork either. In Louisiana, the Bureau estimates a net increase of 29,000 people moving into the state from other states, accounting for more than half of the jump. Do we care about New Orleans? No. I mean, we have Rachmanis, we have sympathy for them, but other than that, who the hell wants to go there in the first place? Nevada regained the title of fastest growing state, having increased in population by 2.9% to 2.6 million. Nevada held that title for 19 years in a row before being bumped off by Arizona last year. Arizona is the second fastest growing state according to the current estimate, with a population increase of 2.8% to 6.3 million. Only two states lost population. Michigan population dipped by 0.3%, and Rhode Island saw a decrease of 0.4%. Ohio's growth was virtually flat. Besides Nevada and Arizona, other western states that made the top 10 for fastest growth. Utah was third. Oh, my God. Watch out for the tumbling tumbleweed. Idaho fourth, Colorado eighth, and Wyoming number 9. In the southeast, Georgia was number 5 nationally, North Carolina 6th, and South Carolina was 10th. A lot of people, 18.3 million in Florida. Can you believe that? And at least 200,000-300,000 of them speak English.
The biggest names.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
The church.
Hold on. I'll have 5 pizza burger combos with a supersized Diet Coke and fries, a new contract with a 2-year extension, and a dozen Zeppeli. An oily paper bag of Grivenous, a gallon of pistachio mint ice cream, industrial-sized box of cornflakes, a 1-month membership to Blue Boy Online, and a quart of some young guy. A Kugel sandwich on pumpernickel, lime-flavored Crisco Fluffy, a box of tripe tenders, 10 Neely burgers, a Bromo seltzer, and a pocket full of Miracle. For now, yeah. Anyway, Neil, are you still there? With these contract negotiations underway, I should bring your attention to... Hey! Wait a minute, Neil. Hold on again. Excuse me. Did you say trays? I said tripe, not trays. Tripe tenders. Oh, do you still have those free baseball cards of the Faggoty League? Okay.
You bad sloppy.
Okay, 117. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, hi. Is Neil there?
Speaking.
Yeah, Neil, I love your show. I've been listening since the INZ days, man.
All right.
That's like, you're the greatest thing in the world, man.
Yes,
and I'm glad to hear that you said you're going to stay here for a while, man.
Forever.
Forever. That's good. God bless you. Neil bless you. Yes.
Have a great New Year, Pelly.
You do that. Okay.
See you. Here's a couple of faxes. First of all, there's one with 85 pages about jet crash survivors honor airboat hero from, I don't have any idea what this is all about. Were you here then? No.
No.
December 29, 72, crash of Eastern Airlines Flight 401, the Everglades. No, I was not here then. I don't know anything about this story, and it's like way too long. But thank you anyway. You have any idea what that story's about?
Nope.
No. Closet listener faxes says, iPod can play MP3. I download your show, edit, remove the dead air, copy to my iPod, and take it with me. I only listen to you on the net when it's working. Well, it's working most of the time. Now, today we had some issues earlier, but now in Texas and California, it's still working. Oh, on the servers, baby. Well, that was a spastic period of time there this morning, wasn't it?
It was interesting.
Now, was it just a coincidence that my phone thing, I don't know.
No, probably when they reset the internet here, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Here's one that says, sometimes the internet cuts out when you're running a spot and QM doesn't want it heard, then all of a sudden it's back. I'm running a spot.
Well, when we go to commercial.
What?
When we go to commercial.
What does that mean?
We can't play our regular...
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, okay.
No, I understand that. Listen, those of you listening on the internet, kiss your monitor, okay? The price is right. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is this Neil?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. I'd like to comment on the show.
I beg your pardon?
I'm sorry. It's Eddie from Weston?
Yeah.
Neil.
Let me ask you a question. You said, is this Neil? And I said, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have a question for you.
So then why did you tell me it was Eddie from Weston?
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I apologize. I got a question for you. Whatever happened to Phil Hendry? Does he still have his show?
It beats the hell out of me. He's on, he's off, I don't know.
No clue, huh? He's
busy kissing the Yukon ass.
Wow, that's incredible. Anyway, great show, man. I've been listening to you for years and
Are you
years
sure?
and years.
Okay, thanks, Pally. Have a happy. See you.
Thanks.
That was Eddie from Weston, by the way. Now, he just got confused, that's all. Don't start being nasty to the callers like I get accused of doing.
Okay.
410 votes on the poll. We'll never make 450, but like I said, 425 would be a nice, uneven number. It would be really good. In fact, 425 grand at Woodbine would be really nice. Maybe $6 million on the, what do they call that? I forget what they call it.
I don't know. The pay line.
A lot of money. Although, actually, the lotto this Saturday is $22 million.
How many tickets are you buying?
I haven't bought any yet, but I will, okay? All depending on how much I win at Woodbine next couple of days. $22 million is the lotto. Tax-free, by the way. They don't play those games taxing you. I mean, taxing people on lottery or gambling winnings is so obnoxious, so disgusting, so American, man. Unacceptable. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I got a big bet going. Tom Brady was on the cover of GQ. Do you know, is there any truth to it? What's the story? Do you know?
What about it?
Well, that, and also George and Adam sat on your lap.
Yeah, okay, great. WQAM, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Talk to Neil.
Speaking.
Happy holidays, Neil.
Back to you, sir.
I am currently driving my daughter home up I-95. From an early age, I indoctrinated her in the school of Neil Rogers, and we were wondering if we could get a little Barney Takes a Dump.
Oh, yeah, fat chance. Yeah, sure. Dump on this. WQAM, hello.
Yeah.
You notice the way he hung up right after he said it?
Mm-hmm.
QAM.
Yeah, Neil, just want to let you know that you are my favorite entertainer along with Victor Borg, and I just want to know, do you think now that Hank is gone, maybe George can do the power hour with Matt?
Yeah, George is going to do a power shower, yeah. I love it. And you told me they wouldn't be good calls today. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
413 on your poll. Well, that's why you're negative, because the poll isn't exactly setting the world on fire. And I don't see what the difficulty is. There ought to be like 1 million votes on there, because it's not, you know.
Yeah, it's an easy
It doesn't
choice.
require an opinion. We're just asking for information, that's all. Was it a great year, a good year? Although the choices do suck.
Should I add A+?
What?
Should I add A+? It was
No, not A+, but I did choices aren't really very well presented, if you ask me. And I don't want to look a gift to poll in the mouth, because this is somebody who occasionally sends us some pretty good crap, you know. But nevertheless, it sucks. 417 on there. And the worst part of it is, worst year of my life, 30. Look at that.
About 30, man.
And it was one of the best, if not the best, only 24. So 2007 will be glad to close the door on its ass, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty interesting information that the Mad Dog threw a big going-away party for Hank. Nice going, Mad Dog. I'm proud of him.
Oh, your boy Kimbo was there, too.
You know, you have this magnificent way of spoiling everything, you know? No matter how good it is, you can spoil it. You could spoil a banana split. I could be sitting here with my spoon getting ready to put the first spoonful from the banana split, and you'd probably walk by and fart real bad. You know?
Nah, I wouldn't do
that's
that.
just you. Yeah, you would. Out loud, no less.
Nah.
Out loud. WQAM, hello.
I'm still here.
Too bad. QAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, when are you going to be on satellite? Like,
Not
something
going to
reading
happen.
the...
Not
No?
going to happen.
Just because, the contract you have with QAM, when that's
No,
up, you're not gonna-
because Satellite isn't paying anybody. Howard's taking all the money. Satellite is paying nobody any money.
Really?
That's for sure, yes.
You get so much more exposure. I would think you would get a huge audience that way too. I mean, besides.
But let me ask you this question.
Sure.
After all these years, and at my age, you think I'm worried about having a lot of this huge audience? It's the money, man. And if they don't want to pay any money, you think I want to be on there for the honor of being on satellite?
No. You got to get the money.
That's right.
You got to get the money.
Give me the
Have
money,
a great
baby.
one.
See ya. 50 million a year for Howard, baby. Squat for everybody else for the rest of the world. Oh, but we're serious. We're the Alex Bennett, Lynn Samuels, Pharrell. People that can't get hired like a real job on regular radio. That's who they put on there. Bubba the Love Sponge, who had to go back to regular radio again just to make a few bucks. He's working his ass off. He's working double duty now just to make a living. So the concept is great, you know, and the Sirius and XM, the whole thing about satellite radio, the concept is great. The problem is that they don't want to pay anybody any money. Oh, I'll tell you one thing. I'd rather work there for peanuts than work for Joel Feinberg at any price. That's the MS, Joel. I'm sure you're listening right now. You weasel, you phony. Oh, I don't let anybody rip me on the air. Well, you know what? Good luck to you, okay? You got a real piece of crap over there.
Where's
a real losing operation. What?
Where's the fun in that?
It's not just a question of where's the fun in that. Well, what does he think he is? He's such a big shot, he's not going to let anybody say anything about him? Why not? Why the hell not?
Paranoid.
Loser is the word. Loser with a lot of money. That's you, Joel. Loser with a lot of money. Maybe that's why he beat up his girlfriend. Alleged.
Low self-esteem.
WQAM, hello. Yeah, he knows it's all daddy's money. WQAM, hello. Uh-oh. 2 in a row. Can we make it 3? QAM.
Neil, thanks for your advice. I just walked out of the bank and I alone picked up a lemonade and shoe sign store.
All right. Good luck to you, Pally. We get a 50% cut. 418 on the poll. Like I said, 425. Piece of cake.
Sounds good to me.
Well, it's just, you know, it's not Christmas, it's not New Year's, but it's that period in between when it's just like chaos, you know. People are schlepping. In fact, I got my shirt and my pants on, and during this next break, my socks and my shoes. I bet you didn't know I'm wearing socks again, did you? And probably don't care.
What is this whole olive oil in your shoe thing or whatever?
Ancient history.
Okay.
When you're diabetic,
so.
you got to take good care of your feet, huh?
Because it's in that song, in Book of Brian's, you know, what are you going to do when you're 69, so.
Yeah, do you want me to play it?
If you want, sure. I just didn't know what, you know.
Now, I do have a bottle of olive oil in the kitchen, which I could go out there and smear it on my feet, but if you think I'm going to mess up my beautiful carpet here with olive oil, you're dreaming. Ask George about it. He'll make up a story. He'll make up a good line.
This is Neil Rogers.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Disgusting program. I urge everyone to complain to this station.
Absolutely. When Neil gets old, will he be there up in Toronto? Will he still be coming down to Paradise? Or live in both places at the same time? Will he be thinner or still be fat? Or will he adopt a cat? I don't think he'll want to move back to Florida when Neil's 69.
No.
Making a sandwich, slapping around in his underwear. It's syndicated worldwide on the satellite, or just still waiting for the Beasleys to die. Will he be spending most of his time plunging at Woodbine, keeping his time filled, rewriting his last will when Neil's 69? You think he's going to spend a lot of hot times in the town of Berlin, or is that too quick? He'll be an old gay Jew, a much older, cranky girl with olive oil in his shoe.
Oh my God.
Will he retire or be on the air on Sport Hole Radio? Will he win Lotto or marry young Paco when Neil's 69? Boy!
132 at 560. WQAM Mad Dog coming up at 2. The Humper with his third to last show ever on QAM at 4 this afternoon with the Power Hour, and then 5 to 6. And then Dolphins All Access between 6 and 7. Well, that show is about to get some real numbers, isn't it? Yeah.
Why you got to be so negative?
We did it. What?
Why you got to be so negative?
No, I'm just being honest.
I hear it's
Why,
a great
you listen
show.
to that show?
I hear it's a great show.
And what about that Jerk Street? You listen to him?
In the morning.
WQAM, hello. By the way, guess who does a show with Jerk Street? Rimmer.
Really?
Jeff Rimmer, yeah. Does that tell you all you need to know? Come on, let's crank it up, baby. We got 27 minutes to go here. The year is almost over. You can go out in a blaze of glory today. 567-0560 and pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. You can go out in a blaze of glory or not, as the case may be, which I think that's what it's going to be, or not. We might get that 450, you know, on the poll.
We can do it. Come on, people. Let's go.
Big Simmons. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I'm about to make your day, buddy.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
The quarter slack guy is out of town. You ain't got to worry about that sumbitch calling you today.
Yeah.
He went to Ocala.
Yeah, and let me ask you something. Are you, writing his biography?
No, I'm just keeping in touch with him.
I really couldn't give a crap, okay, about him, about you, about your boyfriends, about going to Ocala, going to Alabama with a banjo on your knee. Quarter slot guy's out of town today. Great. I'm sure the audience is they're on the edge of their seat waiting to hear more about that. Jesus, God almighty, how sad it is, you know. People with
I have no lives.
No lives trying to use this show to create. Oh, there are celebrities now. We called Neil. We made a funny sound. Ho, 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 ho. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Some guy last night calls Hank, and he starts talking about you, and then he tells him, I'm the guy with the eyes.
Oh, no. And what did Hank say? Oh, maybe that was that crowd, you know. Could you hear them coochie cooing in the background?
Something like that.
Rectum. Yeah. WQAM, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes.
This is useless trivia. You were talking yesterday about Commander Cody.
Commando Cody, yeah.
There was actually like a psychedelic band from the 60s called Commander Cody and the Lost Planet Airmen. They played all
Right, I remember that.
Oh, all right. Well, that's all I got, Neil.
Okay, some useless trivia, like you said. Let's play trivia with Mike Spindell. What do you say?
No.
Come on, don't you people want to have fun? Don't you want to have a good time?
No.
See, Spindell never realized he was on here in South Florida, where having a good time is almost illegal. Don't you want to have a good time? Yeah, they want to have a good time, Mike, but listening to you talk trivia was not the answer. I wonder if he's still alive, Mike Spindell.
Never
that
heard
would
of him,
be kind of, huh?
Never heard of the guy.
Well, he used to be on the W Snooze, and then he was on INZ on the weekend. He did a trivia show. In fact, he was on WKAT, I do believe, when I started doing trivia. I could be wrong about that. Maybe I'm dreaming. I know Craig Worthing used to do those awful trivia shows. Come on, Craig, admit it. I wonder how Craig's doing. He's still alive. I'm serious. You lose track of all these different people that you've worked with and that used to be on the air, and it would be cute, it would be interesting if somebody would compile where are they now? Besides dead. We know the ones that are dead. At least I think we do. 429 on your poll. I think you've got an outstanding shot at 430.
Let's go for it.
Kicking big fat ass on the 27th of December.
431. We got it.
WQAM, hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you?
Okay.
Two things. You heard about that Benazir Bhutto was assassinated.
Now, why would you ask me that? I mean, am I living in a vacuum, sir?
No.
We've been talking about it since the moment I came on here this morning. Yes, she's still dead.
I apologize. I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing is that not only her father but her husband were also killed there. It's kind of a crazy place to be in politics. Maybe we want to send Joe Bell there.
Okay, great. 567-0560. I thought he was going to say something else. And pound 560 on the Verizon Singular wireless line. You don't need the Secret Service there knocking on your door, Chris.
Yeah, I don't want that.
No, because that's where I thought he was going. Yeah, have you heard that the Benazir Bhutto is dead? By the way, she's still dead, and they're still hawking a China about it on the news.
Part of the team of reporters that
with all these phony British accents.
You going to get your Bhutto in a box?
No, I'm not. I'm going to go to Woodbine and have me a good day. I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to have me a great dinner tonight. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello.
Hello?
Yes?
I called you.
Oh, my God. Are you calling from a box?
You didn't give me the necessary airtime.
Yeah, well, guess what, you old cocker? I wouldn't give you 2 seconds of airtime. Caller in a box. That's right. It's the callers that make the show. The caller's older than sawdust, man. Older than dirt. Older than Methuselah's great-grandpa. You didn't give me the necessary airtime. He had that death rattle in his voice. I could hear it. He'll be dead before the week is over.
Maybe that death cat will go visit him.
437 on your poll. I think you're going to do it. 450. Then we'll have hit the apex of something.
439.
Really?
It's fine.
WQAM, hello.
Hey, Uncle Neil.
Yes, sir.
What's going on, boss?
How you doing, Pally?
I'm doing great. Can you play the Mickey Mouse bits now?
Nah, get out of here. All during the holidays. You want to hear all these requests. The same thing over. Mickey Mouse, the bridge tender, Mickey Mouse. Young Neil, the bridge tender, Mickey Mouse. Oh, look at that.
The husband of Benazir
They're
Bhutto,
carrying the box.
Yeah, and
Now, is that the box with her in it?
On the right side of the
Yeah, that's
screen.
what I said. Do you have your Bhutto in a box yet?
Oh, casket with body carried from the hospital.
Where you were.
This reminds me of the Pope, the slob on the slab. Remember they were schlepping him around and he almost... Pretty cheesy casket, too, by the way. Look at that. It looks like an old pine box, doesn't it?
I mean, that's what they like to do.
You could go out there in the backyard and make that with a hammer and nails and some cheap plywood, for crying out loud. Come on, you can do a little bit better than that. Right.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
I mean, Mohammed.
Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The sports leader.
Neil Rogers.
I mean, look at Rosie. Anybody that has to kiss Rosie, I feel very sorry for.
Cell phone video, Saddam Hussein's execution. Senator Nicole Smith has until the end of the day to get a paternity test for her 4-month-old daughter. Smith claims that boyfriend Howard K. Stern is the father.
The Colts of Indianapolis win Super Bowl 41.
The tug of war over Anna Nicole's body. Howard K. Stern wants to bury Anna Nicole in the Bahamas.
A space shuttle astronaut is due in a Florida courtroom this morning to face serious charges stemming from an alleged love triangle. Police say 43-year-old Lisa Nowak was armed with a BB gun and knife when she drove from Houston to Orlando to confront a woman she considered her romantic rival. There are reports that she even wore diapers to not stop.
It's called Live Earth, and it will involve concerts on 7 continents to promote awareness of global warming.
Video of Britney Spears with a shaved head circulates over the internet now and around the world.
Well, it took a big court battle, but the body of Anna Nicole Smith has finally been embalmed.
America voted. Sanjaya, you are going home tonight.
Former Russian President Boris Yeltsin has died at the age of 76.
Rosie O'Donnell delivered a bombshell on The View this morning, announcing she's leaving the show.
Could Paris Hilton be going to jail? More legal trouble today for actor David Hasselhoff.
Big, fat, lesbian, loud Rosie attacks innocent, pure Christian Elizabeth.
Lindsay Lohan cracks up her car.
Jailed life for Paris Hilton. The hotel heiress is spending her first full day in County Lanka.
Paris Hilton has been sprung.
Remanding Paris Hilton back into custody immediately.
If President Bush had not acted, Vice President Cheney's former aide would have been reporting to prison in a matter of weeks.
Al Gore's son has been released from a Santa Ana jail after reportedly posting a $20,000 bail.
Actress Lindsay Lohan is now out of rehab and reportedly already spent the weekend partying in Las Vegas.
Anti-war activist Cindy Sheehan and several hundred protesters are calling for the impeachment of President Bush.
Yeah, we had Lindsay Lohan booked on the show tonight, but apparently she was already booked.
And have you heard about the Britney Spears photo shoot? Her behavior has been described now as a complete meltdown.
Nicole Richie is pregnant. Richie pled guilty last week to driving under the influence last December for driving the wrong way on the freeway.
Another mugshot for Lindsay Lohan.
Barry Bonds has become baseball's new home run king, but is his record tainted?
Playing bumper cars with Britney Spears. Could this be her latest meltdown? The mother of two reportedly crashing her Mercedes into a parked station wagon in Hollywood. When inspecting the damage, she managed to hit the car again. Karl Rove has called it quits.
The flooding was so bad Hillary Clinton had to switch from her pantsuit to a wetsuit.
Mattel is recalling millions of Chinese-made toys today.
On the day Michael Vick should have been with his Atlanta Falcons teammates getting ready for tonight's big game, the star quarterback instead was in a federal courtroom pleading guilty to dogfighting charges.
Senator Larry Craig is denying any wrongdoing despite a guilty plea stemming from an incident in an airport men's room.
Craig stated he is not gay 3 times, saying he did nothing wrong at the Minneapolis airport.
Earlier today, a very confused President Bush ordered a ban on all pencils imported from China because he said they may contain lead.
I hope Idahoans will allow me to continue serving gay people at the Minneapolis airport.
Las Vegas police are calling O.J. Simpson a suspect. He says he was conducting, quote, a sting operation.
At a sink and stumbling around. Britney Spears' big comeback fall flat.
Pamela Anderson has walked down the aisle once again.
You guys know by now Britney Spears has lost custody of her children. Yeah, I was going to say. But who's going to tuck them in at night and lip sync a lullaby to her?
Kid Rock is out of jail following his arrest after allegedly fighting outside a Waffle House restaurant in the Atlanta area. Harry Potter fans, this one's for you. It turns out the character Dumbledore is gay.
Vice President Dick Cheney is going hunting again.
I don't know. if the Riders are going to strike or not.
Pats and Colts, this is the latest in NFL history that unbeaten teams have met.
House Democrats introduced a proposal yesterday to impeach Vice President Dick Cheney.
Another hard scare for Vice President Dick Cheney.
Controversial radio host Don Imus is back on the air.
Former Vice President Al Gore and members of the UN Climate Change Panel are now officially Nobel laureates for their work on global warming.
Pats beat Pittsburgh 34-13, 13-0 now. The NBC announced that Jay Leno and Conan O'Brien are returning to TV in January.
Pamela Anderson, she filed for divorce on Friday. Then yesterday, she had a change of heart.
I'm dying over here.
You fairy.
Yeah, very depressing. 149, it's 11 before 2 in the Mad Dog. You got 452. I told you you'd do your 450. Man, what a day, huh?
All right.
I bet you I'm going to win $80 zillion at Woodbine today. Or at least 4 or 5.
Good luck.
WQAM, hello. QAM. WQAM, hello. WQAM, hello. There's the guy with the show queued up. Nice going with your CDs. That's maybe the guy with the eyes, his sister. WQAM, hello. QAM.
Yeah, Neil, I wanted to just thank you for a year.
Yeah, okay, we want to thank you for getting out of our face. Neil, I want to thank you for being Reverend Jones, Reverend Jones, Reverend Jones, Reverend Jones. You know, it's like I said, somebody out there knows who that son of a bitch is, and somebody out there is going to break both kneecaps. It'd be a great idea. And we would applaud and give you like a sitting ovation. Would we not? Yes. 5670560, pound 560 on the Verizon Singular Wireless line. WQAM, hello.
Neil.
Yes.
How's everything going?
Great.
Listen, I just want to talk to you about a couple of things. One, where did you get that tape you just played now, the cut-up of all the events over the year? That was great.
Where did I get it?
Yeah.
From one of our services, one of our, where they make crap.
They did a wonderful job. They did an absolutely wonderful job.
It was beautiful, yeah.
Second thing, what do you think about this situation with Jason Taylor? I know Sports Talk sucks.
I beg your pardon, what do I think about the situation with Jason Taylor? What does that mean?
Well,
he's bald. He's still bald.
I hate Sports Talk, and that's all it's going to be from now on.
Yeah.
And that's going to constantly be without you, Sports Talk now. So
then why are you bringing up sports crap?
I know, I hate sports crap.
Well, get out of here then. What do I think about Jason Taylor? I think he's old and he's basically finished. That's what I think about Jason Taylor.
Jason
there
Taylor?
You go. Okay. What?
Jason Taylor's not old and finished.
Okay, he's great. Okay, if he's playing on a dynamite team, he's going to be fabulous again. He's going to make a tremendous comeback.
He didn't have a bad year this year.
Stick a fork in him, he's done.
Are you sure you're thinking of the right person?
Yeah, I know exactly who I'm thinking of. Number 99, okay? Bald-headed.
With
got
like
a
10
calendar.
sacks again this year?
Let me say it again. Done. Finished. He's on the way out. The future of your team is not with Zach Thomas.
Oh yeah,
Jason
no.
Taylor. You're living in the past, baby.
His better years behind him, but he still has good years left.
WQAM, hello.
Neil, I actually called up Burrell the other day and I asked him about Miami.
Yeah.
He claims that everybody loved him. He got along great with Hank.
Mm-hmm.
You were a great friend of his.
Not wrong. Yeah, and you know what your problem, sir, is?
I have no lie.
That's exactly right. WQAM, hello.
Just like I predicted, the Jason Jerk Show, 4 hours of basketball talk. Or worse.
2 hours. 2 hours. 2 to 4. WQAM, hello. QAM, chewing line. WQAM, hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes?
Could you explain what old anxiety means?
Old anxiety? Yeah, I think you got it. Look in the mirror, man. WQAM, hello.
Yeah, just a happy holidays to you, and I want to know if Sad Sack found a job yet. I'm talking about Fat Hank.
WQAM, hello. QAM, hello.
WQAM, hello.
QAM, hola.
Hey, Neely, two things. Number one, the Dolphins couldn't beat the women's band, the Bengals, let alone the special team. Number two, Chris.
Let me tell you right now, sir, the Bengals suck, okay? They're one of the few teams in the league that they actually have a chance of beating. They suck.
And then also, Chris, when they fire you there because you're showing a big pair lately, I got a job for you. It requires prawn, skippy peanut.
Okay, great.
No, thank you.
455 vote on our poll. They were going out with the bang. Although, what am I saying that for? We still got tomorrow and Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2008. Tuesday we got off, including you.
Oh, right.
Did you make that official yet? I mean, I'm just saying that because you keep saying it.
Hey, I think Rudy Giuliani's in Broward County.
Well, what does that have to do with anything? Who cares about freaking Rudy Giuliani?
Well, he's talking about Bhutto.
Like Joe Biden says, every speech Giuliani gives, there's a noun, a verb, and then 9/11.
911, yep.
That was the best comment that Biden ever made in his life. There's a noun, a verb, and 9/11. Mr. Hero, okay? What else you got to show for us, Rudy? Besides your 85 wives.
The best talent.
This is Neil Rogers.
Bye!